Chapter 2841 Become the captain and arrive at the strange land. Time flies. Before you know it, hundreds of years have passed. Yi Tian used this 1,000 drops of celestial blood and profound marrow to continuously improve his cultivation, and his breadth gradually increased, and finally raised his cultivation to the 5th level to the peak of the Dao realm on this day. Subsequently, he spent dozens of Zidao eras to raise his cultivation base to the current limit. At this time, there were still more than 100 drops of heavenly blood profound marrow. The cultivation base has reached the current limit, and you can go to the 6th level to the realm of the Dao. Yi Tian muttered. With his current 6th order Dao rule realm, plus some other resources, the chance of hitting the 6th order Dao realm is naturally very high. If it was anyone else, they would definitely buy some secret medicines that could provide a success rate. Winter Night Fortress also had similar secret medicines. However, those secret medicines are very expensive, and the secret medicines that are useful to him cannot be exchanged for millions of military exploits. He already had a very high success rate, so he didn't need to exchange for this secret medicine, he just chose to break through. Even if the attack failed, he could continue to attack. Start to attack the 6th level to Dao realm. Yi Tian used the 6th sequence rule of the 100% perfection to help him hit the 6th sequence rule of the Dao, and he also used a lot of resources, and even used up the remaining more than 100 drops of heavenly blood and profound marrow. Boom! Under the constant impact, the bottleneck of the 6th level to Dao realm gradually cracked. Click! The bottleneck was completely broken, Yi Tian's body began to transform, and his cultivation base gradually entered the early stage of the 6th level to the Taoist realm. Somewhere in the Winter Fortress, Suya looked at the place where Yi Tian retreated, and smiled slightly. Yi Tian seems to have made a breakthrough. With his strength, plus other 6th-level ultimate Taoist realms, the success rate is nearly 90%. Above. After another period of time, Yi Tian's cultivation base was completely stabilized at the early stage of the 6th-level Dao realm. Then, he came to find Suya. Master Su Yu, I have broken through. Yi Tian said, Commander Yi, I need to sit here, I can't leave for the time being, I will let a 8th-level Dao realm come to take you there. Suya said. In other times, it doesn't matter if she leaves for a while. But now is a special period. As one of the domain masters of the Winter Night Fortress, all of them are not allowed to leave. With such a top combat power, leaving one will greatly reduce the strength of the Winter Night Fortress. Therefore, Yi Tian could only be taken away from the Winter Night Fortress by the other 8th-level Taoist realm. Yi Tian nodded slightly. Soon, an 8th-level Taoist named Su Yu came to the Winter Night Fortress. Yi Tian followed him out of the Winter Night Fortress, and after several transfers, he came to the Tianzun Fortress. Here, a 6th-level Supreme Realm who has taken the path of the strongest and the most powerful gathers here. And Yi Tian has also seen the Teibai Sword Master from Wuji Domain. Sword Master Teibai. Yi Tian came to Teibai Sword Master. Sword Master Teibai didn't know Yi Tian. When he went to Wuji Domain to help, Yi Tian was still very weak, so they naturally never met. Your Excellency is? Teibai Sword Master asked. Wuji Yu, Teizu Palace Yi Tian. Yi Tian said, you actually came from Teizu Palace. Teibai Sword Master was extremely surprised. In his opinion, Teizu Palace is very weak, and it is unlikely that it has such a demonic realm. But after chatting, he realized that Yi Tian had just broken through to the 6th-level Dao realm, and he understood. As time goes by, more and more 6th-level Supreme Taoist realms have gathered here, all of them are walking the path of the strongest and Supreme Tao, and everyone stays here waiting for others. In other words, Yi Tian spent a long time in order to break through, and the other 6th-level Dao realm did not need to do so, so it didn't take long before they all arrived. At this time, a 9th-level to Dao realm powerhouse appeared. Hello everyone, I am Su Shang, the Heavenly Emperor of 10,000 phases from the Su clan. This time, we will take you to that strange land. Now, I have appointed one of you as the captain, and all orders will be obeyed by the captain. Su Shang said. Numerous 6th-level Supreme Taoists looked at each other in dismay, wanting to know who would become that captain. Although there is no substantial benefit to being a captain, at least it proves one's own strength. Yi Tian, just be the captain. Heavenly Emperor Wanxiang looked at Yi Tian. At this time, many 6th-level Taoist realms were shocked. Most of their cultivations were at the peak of 6th-level Taoist realm, a few were in the late 6th-level Taoist realm, and Yi Tian was only at the early stage of 6th-level Taoist realm. Why did Yi Tian become the captain? At this time, a 6th-level Taoist realm questioned. Lord Wanxiang Tiandi, Yi Tian is only at the early stage of 6th-level Taoist realm. His strength is not enough to become our captain, and the captain should be the most powerful one. Wan Xiong sneered. Yi Tian has comprehended the sixth sequence rules of the Tao, and the combat power is stronger than yours. If you have comprehended the sixth sequence rules of the Tao, you can also become the captain. If there is no Yi Tian, the success rate of this plan is less than 1%, to make. He has comprehended the sixth sequence rule of the Tao. The other sixth level to Tao realms are no longer questioned. Of course, some people questioned that Yi Tian used something like the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone to comprehend the sixth sequence rule of the Tao, but in any case, the Su don't care about other things, they only care about whether they can kill the most extraordinary things for them. Unimportant. Quote. If you have no opinion, go now. Wan Xiong said. No comment. Numerous 6th level to Tao realm answer Tao. Yi Tian and the others at the 6th level to the Taoist realm followed Wan Xiong secretly from the virtual realm, and were led by Wan Xiong to travel at an extremely fast speed. Every breath crossed a long frontier. That strange land is somewhere in the virtual realm, and the Su do not want to be known by other forces. After all, there is a lot of competition within the Shantian Original Realm Alliance, and it is impossible to be completely united. What's more, an item that contains the 5th order Supreme Tao rules is enough to kill the 9-layer Supreme Tao realm, and one more such item is enough to cultivate a new 9-layer Supreme Tao realm. I don't know how long has passed. The destination has arrived. Where is this Li Wanghao? Yi Tian found that the perception between himself and the body was very vague, and the rules of the Supreme Tao here were extremely distorted. And in front, a strange world emerges. That strange world is this strange land. This strange land is very special. The aura of black gas in it can corrode your source. You wear this leaf to prevent the source from being corroded, and then kill that strange thing as soon as possible. Wan Xiong distributed purple leaves. After that, he reminded. Then, Emperor Wan Xiong took out another stone tablet. This is the monument to the Tao, which can weaken the strength of the Tao strange object. You all divide a ray of will into it, and you can work together to control this monument to the Tao. Grave. Numerous 6th level to Tao realm answer Tao. Immediately, under the leadership of Yi Tian, they directly broke into this strange land. Next, they just need to lead to the Dodgers and kill them. Chapter 2842 Beheading, the 5th sequence to the rule of Tao. After entering this strange land, black aura filled the air, trying to erode Yi Tian's origin. At this time, the leaves protected them, preventing these black breaths from invading. But the leaves are obviously withering a little bit, obviously it can't last for a long time. At this time, Yi Tian took out another piece of roulette. If the ultimate dodge item didn't come, he could use this object to sense the position of the ultimate dodgy object, and take the initiative to find the ultimate dodgy object. Their time is limited and cannot be wasted on their way to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are here. Yi Tian's roulette sensed it, and immediately put it away. Many 6th level Tao realms were waiting in full force, ready to act at any time. In an instant, an incomparably terrifying figure appeared in the perceptions of many 6th level Taoist realms. It was a sword, held by a strange figure, and it was filled with the power of the 5th sequence to the Tao rule. Even though Yi Tian has comprehended the 6th sequence to Tao rules, and has comprehended the 6th sequence to the Tao rules to a 10% realm, he still feels that the 5th sequence to the Tao rules is too terrifying. As for the other 6 levels of Tao, they only comprehended the 7th sequence of Tao rules, and they had not yet realized the 6th sequence of Tao rules. They felt the 5th sequence of Tao rules, and their whole bodies were trembling. The difference in strength is too great. If they encounter such a strange thing alone, they will be instantly killed. Yi Tian took out the monument to the Tao, and many 563 to the Tao simultaneously urged this treasure to suppress this strange thing of the Tao. Boom! This area was shrouded in the monument to the Tao in the town, and the aura of that strange object began to decline, from the 9th to the 8th realm to the 8th realm. But no matter how it drops, the opponent is still using the 5th order's Tao rules, and the combat power is still extremely terrifying. Boom! The two sides collided. Many 6th level Supreme Tao realms have joined together to collide with this Supreme Tao strange object, and Yi Tian was the first to collide with this Supreme Tao strange thing, displaying the 6th sequence of the 100% realm of the Supreme Tao rule. Boom! Many Supreme Tao realms were shaken flying, and many Supreme Tao realms were injured. You must know that the strength of each of them has reached the 8th level Taoist realm, and a few have reached the top 8th level Taoist realm, but together they are not the opponents of this Taoist wonder. If Yi Tian hadn't actively resisted most of the attacks, this time it was estimated that at least a few 8th level Tao realm would have died. The sixth sequence of the consummation realm to the Tao rule, how is this possible? Sword Master Tabai was shocked by Yi Tian's strength. This is too exaggerated, how did you do it? Even if you don't care about the origin, CJFJ, it is impossible to refine the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone. There are only so many origins, and even if the body is scrapped, it will not be able to refine many pieces of the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone. Yi Tian estimates that there are other great opportunities. Sword Master Tabai envied. You all use the supernatural powers of repression, confinement and bondage to assist me. Yi Tian ordered. Some 6th level Supreme Tao realm's strength is not good. Attacking on this Supreme Tao strange object is like tickling. Rather than attacking, it is better to restrain the strength of the Supreme Tao strange thing and play support, which will help even more. Yes, the other 6th level Supreme Tao realms have used the Supreme Tao magical powers that bind and imprison them one after another. In an instant, the strength of this Supreme Wonder object was suppressed, and the speed and strength dropped a lot. However, Yi Tian's perfect 6th sequence to Tao rule and the opponent's 5th sequence to Tao rule are still crushed by the opponent. When the opponent slashed with a sword, Yi Tian's defense would be pierced, and he could only avoid it. Fortunately, the strength of the dodgers was suppressed, and the speed was very slow, not as good as Yi Tian. Kill. Yi Tian used the extreme Tao spear technique, and the dense spear technique enveloped the Supreme Tao strange object. With his attacking power, he also caused injuries to this Supreme Tao strange thing. Time passed slowly, and cracks appeared on the body of the Tao Qi, but there were also more and more people in the Tao realm who were seriously injured and had no choice but to withdraw from the battlefield. After a long time, the damage to dodge became more and more serious, and the cracks became more and more. It's almost there. One by one burst out the cards, attacking the dodgers with all their strength. Yi Tian shouted. Boom! Many to Tao realm began to work hard. The dense attack is about to cover the dodgers, and the time and space are shattered. I don't know how many times. Every moment, there are countless time and space shatters, and everything is dead. After rounds of attacks, the dodgers were almost torn apart. Last blow. Yi Tian wrapped his entire body with the 6th sequence of the Tao rule, turned his body into a spear, and directly penetrated the Tao strange object. Click. The sword was completely shattered and turned into pieces. And Yi Tian grabbed the core fragment that contained the 5th sequence to Tao rule, and this was the 5th sequence to Tao rule item that the Su needed. Good stuff. He can't wait to comprehend the 5th sequence to Tao rules here immediately, but this is the item the Su needs, and he has not yet had the strength to resist the Su. He cannot be afraid of the Void Demon of the Supreme Tao. With the Innate Realm Alliance in front of him, the Void Demon of the Supreme Tao cannot enter the Infinity Realm and kill all his cloned bodies. However, the Su can do it. They forcibly entered the Promise Realm, and even the Source Realm would be destroyed by them. Therefore, he did not want to become a mortal enemy with the Su for this 5th sequence to Tao rule item. There is still a little time. While this leaf is not exhausted, take as many treasures as you can find. Yi Tian said. The Su did not state it clearly, but the resources they found naturally belonged to them. The other Supreme Tao realm nodded, and immediately began to spread out to find treasure resources. Come in, don't waste this opportunity. And after the other Tao realm left, Yi Tian showed a smile. When you leave, it is convenient for me to condense the second copy body. Yi Tian smiled. Immediately, he began to condense his true body to duplicate his body. Soon, a true copy of the body condensed successfully, and then quickly escaped. In the next time, these Supreme Tao realm collected resources frantically. The creatures here are not very powerful, and the real threat is that Supreme Tao strange thing. The Supreme Tao strange thing is killed, naturally it can't stop them. And Yi Tian was also looking for resources, and really found something good. Shuanggu real gold, the material for refining 8-patterned weapons, a good thing. Tai Shui Dao Hua, can improve the cultivation of the 8th level to Dao realm, it is also a good thing, it will help me. Each treasure was found by Yi Tian. But soon, time was running out, and that leaf was about to run out. All back, ready to go out. Yi Tian informed the others to the Dao realm. In a short while, these Dao realms all came, and there was not a single defect. It is impossible for them to let their origin be damaged for a little resource. Swish, numerous Supreme Tao realms came out, and just after they came out, the leaves were completely turned into ashes, and the timing was very accurate. Chapter 2843 Comprehend the rules of the 5th sequence to the Tao. Lord Wanxiang Tiandi, this is the 5th sequence to Tao rule item. Yi Tian took out the 5th sequence to Tao rule item. Emperor Wanxiang took a look and confirmed that the fifth sequence Zidao rule item was not consumed, so he quickly put it away. Everyone, I'll take you back. Afterwards, they kept on shuttle, and it took some time for them to return to Tianzun Fortress. After that, Yi Tian was sent back to the Winter Night Fortress. Not long after, under the operation of the Su clan, Yi Tian successfully obtained the official membership of the Shantian Yuanyuan Alliance. Lord Su Yu personally gave Yi Tian an identity token that was a full member of the innate Yuanyuan Alliance. Yi Tian, this is your identity token. After refining, you can become an official member of the innate Yuanyuan Alliance, and you can log into the High Void. The information released by the innate Yuanyuan Alliance is released in the Supreme Void, and the contact in the Supreme Void is also more important, for convenience. 1. Lord Su Yu said. Then, Lord Su Yu left. After Yi Tian refined the identity token, he logged into the Supreme Void. He also learned from Lord Su Yu that the Supreme Void is a special void created by the innate Yuanyuan Alliance with a treasure that surpasses the 9-pattern Zidao weapon as its core. Official member of the innate Original Domain Alliance, exchange. The Supreme Void is the virtual world on the Earth back then, but it's just countless times higher. Yi Tian thought to himself. He strolled around in the Supreme Void and found that the official members of the innate Original Domain Alliance almost only regarded the Supreme Void as a place for transactions, and issued various acquisition tasks, which seemed to be a place of exchange. This is also normal. At the level of the Dao realm, if you want entertainment, you can imagine countless time and space with a single thought. What kind of entertainment will you want? Therefore, the Supreme Void has no entertainment for them, and can only be used for trading or understanding the latest information and so on. Yi Tian strolled around for a while and felt bored, so he directly exited from the Supreme Void. Mysteriously, Yi Tian's replica body that stays here is constantly suffering from the source erosion of the black aura, but he doesn't care. This erosion is not very fast, he can maintain it for a long time. If you can't maintain it, you can continue to copy the real body. Yi Tian is constantly looking for various resources in this strange land. Of course, what he wants most is to find the ultimate Taoist objects that contain the fifth sequence of Taoist rules. The Great Ghost River Secret Technique. The Great Ghost River Secret Technique. The Great Ghost River Secret Technique. Yi Tian used this kind of secret technique time and time again to find the ultimate wonder, but he couldn't find the ultimate wonder. Could it be that there is really only this one supreme wonder? Yi Tian frowned. According to convention, after this one is killed, it takes an infinite epoch to continue to breed the second one. He can't wait that long. Keep looking, maybe you can find something similar to the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone. 1. Yi Tian thought to himself. In the long years that followed, he searched every inch of the soil of this treasure. Gradually, Yi Tian collected a lot of resources. However, these resources can only make him improve his cultivation in the 6th Order Supreme Tao realm faster, but they cannot make him comprehend the 5th sequence Supreme Tao rules. Mysteriously deep underground. This day, Yi Tian found a kind of black stone. As soon as he touched this black stone, an incomparably terrifying black aura poured into his source, eroding his source at a speed 100 times faster than this mysterious place. But, Yi Tian sensed a more terrifying power of the rule of the Tao from the black stone. Could it be that this thing has a similar effect to the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone? Yi Tian secretly said. He was going to try it out. So, he let a copy of his body directly swallow this black stone and refine it, but this way, his copy body couldn't last long. Refining. Boom. Yi Tian's body was gradually collapsing, but he sensed a more powerful rule of the Tao. The 5th sequence to the Tao rule. You can actually comprehend the 5th sequence of the Tao rules. Yi Tian was shocked. Looking for something for a long time, I really found it. If there are enough of these black stones, he can definitely comprehend the 5th sequence to Tao rules. Afterwards, he inquired about this black stone in the Supreme Void, and he really found it. Open black lens bracket black abyss devouring stone close black lens bracket. This kind of stone is rarer than the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone, but there is no Supreme Tao realm to refine it, it is an act of courting death. Ask for flowers. Of course, this kind of stone is extremely rare, and the Supreme Void is not sold in the Supreme Realm. Continue to look for this black stone in this mysterious place, maybe you can find more. Time flies. In the years that followed, Yi Tian found one after another of the Black Abyss Devouring Stones, but the Black Abyss Devouring Stones here were really rare. Before you know it, dozens of Zidao eras have passed. A total of 26 Black Abyss Swallowing Stones can almost make me understand the 5th sequence of the rules of the Tao. Subsequently, it is here that he comprehends the fifth sequence to the Tao rules again and again, duplicating his body and scrapping one after another. Another 100 years have passed since the Tao era. On this day, Yi Tian finally succeeded in comprehending a trace of the fifth sequence to the Tao rule. At this time, Yi Tian's body filled with a terrifying aura, and the whole person's coercion became even more terrifying. 5-level Tao level, comprehend the 5th order Tao level rules, and say it out. Those who are 9th level Tao level probably won't believe it. Yi Tian said with a smile. Moreover, after comprehending the 5th sequence to Tao rules, his body began to undergo slight changes. This is the 5th sequence to Tao rules subtly changing his body structure, making his body structure more perfect and stronger. Unfortunately, the cultivation base is still in the early stage of the 6th level to the Taoist realm. It is too difficult to upgrade to the middle stage of the 6th level to the Taoist realm. Yi Tian secretly said. This day, he inquired about how to quickly improve his cultivation in the void of the Supreme Tao, and he really found a resource, not the profound essence of heavenly blood. Although the profound essence of heavenly blood is also very good, his effect on the 6th level Tao realm is average. In general, even if he obtained thousands of drops of heavenly blood profound essence, he would not be able to advance his cultivation to the middle stage of the 6th level to the Tao realm. And the day of catastrophe is getting closer and closer, and there is not much time for him to practice. The resource he found was strictly a kind of secret medicine, and the secret medicine that was refined, the heavenly blood profound essence was actually a secret medicine. Open black lens bracket to blood spirit liquid close black lens bracket. This is a kind of secret medicine resource that Yi Tian found. It requires more than 300 kinds of extremely rare resources to be refined. Moreover, the official members of the innate Yuan alliance can exchange the formula of this secret medicine, but it must not be leaked. Down to the Oath of the Corpse. Chapter 2844 Su Mission, Kill Luya. To the blood spirit liquid formula, the exchange requires 3 million military exploits, which is a bit expensive. Yi Tian muttered. However, this is the price set by the innate Yuan alliance, and only official members can exchange it. Certainly, even if the formula is obtained and the blood spirit liquid is refined, it is not allowed to be sold, and can only be used by oneself or for one's relatives. I don't have much military exploits in my hands now, so I will take some time to accumulate them. Then, Yi Tian used the same method to kill Tao Void Demon in the following years. Moreover, after he comprehends the 5th sequence of the rules of the Tao, the power of the 6th-layer virtual demon that he copied out is even more terrifying. After a period of time, Yi Tian has accumulated enough 563, 10,000 battle merits. But at this time, he also obviously felt that the blood of the Supreme Tao Void Demon was not right, and he was mobilizing powerful Supreme Tao Void Demons, obviously preparing for the invasion of the innate realm. To the void, Yi Tian exchanged the 3 million battle merits for the formula of the blood spirit liquid, and after making the Oath of the Supreme Path, he opened the formula. It turns out that the need for these resources is really rare, and many of them are extremely precious. Yi Tian secretly said. Fortunately, I found about 50% of the resources in the mysterious and strange land, as well as some resources collected in the past, and now there are still more than 35% of the resources that I have not encountered, and then I will collect these resources and refine them into blood spirits. Liquid, Yi Tian said secretly. Some resources can be acquired by trading with other official members, but there are some extremely rare resources that other official members will not sell, not even the innate original domain alliance. If you want to get it, work hard. There are some pits. Yi Tian secretly said. However, if you think about it carefully, many official members are estimated to have exchanged the blood spirit liquid formula, and everyone needs these resources. If the innate Yuan alliance allows the exchange of all resources and materials, how can it be enough? Therefore, you can only rely on yourself to slowly find resources. And most of the Tao realm, never try to gather all the materials. Among them, the 3 rare materials required to refine the blood spirit liquid are the blood stone, the spiritual marrow, and the red blood gold. Yi Tian can hardly find the information on these 3 resources, it is almost difficult to find, and there are not many related information. For other materials, he can also use his own resources to trade with others, exchange them for each other, and he can barely get together. But none of the 3 materials has transaction records. Of course, it is not that there is no hope of obtaining it. Some forces use these 3 resources as bait to let some Supreme Tao realm serve them or help them do things. Obviously, the top management of the innate Yuan alliance controls these three resources, and ordinary regular members have almost no way to obtain these three resources. Without these three resources, the blood-spirit liquid formula that has been exchanged so hard will be in vain. Shantian UNEU alliance does not allow the spread of the blood-spirit liquid formula, and it is estimated that after it is spread, no one will buy the formula. Yi Tian thought to himself. This day, Yi Tian discovered that the Su clan actually had the bloodstone, and issued a task with the bloodstone as a reward. 100 pieces to the bloodstone, beheading the 6th level peak of the blood and blood to the Taoist demon flowing teeth. Yi Tian doesn't know much about this task, but after careful investigation, he will know the reason. Luya is a demon genius of the bloodline of the Supreme Tao Void Demon. He has the strongest bloodline, and has comprehended the 7th sequence of the Supreme Tao rules to a 10% perfect state. His strength is definitely no less than that of the Taebai Sword Master. He killed a genius of the Su clan. That genius was the descendant of a certain 9th level void demon, so the Su clan has been offering a reward for this Luya. However, Luya's life-saving ability is too powerful. He has a bloodline that can be called the strongest defense. The armor is combined with the strongest bloodline, and its defense is extremely terrifying. No weapons were used to injure Luya, so Luya escaped. Therefore, the Su hated Lu Fang to the core. If anyone kills Lu Fang, they can get 100 bloodstones from the Su, and a 6th order Dao rule item. Yi Tian despised the 6th sequence to Dao rule items. After all, he understood the 5th sequence to the Dao rule. But for a 6th level Taoist peak powerhouse like Taebai Sword Master, a 6th order Taoist rule item is enough to drive them crazy. It's a pity that they couldn't kill Luya, and they accidentally fell into the trap of the blood tyrant. Even a strong man like the Lord of Taebai might fall. In fact, since the release of this quest, 2 evildoers who have taken the path of the strongest and the most powerful have fallen. Yi Tian wanted to contact Master Su Yu, but Master Su Yu was in retreat and could not contact him. So, he had no choice but to take this task directly. Tianba Battlefield. This is the 3rd level battlefield of Zan Miu, which ranks in the top 10 among the 3rd level battlefields, and the Tianba Battlefield contains many resources. It can be said that the Tianba Battlefield is very important. Yi Tian came to Zan Mi domain on this day. If it was before, he still had to apply, but now he has come directly to the Xuanmi domain as a full member of the innate Yuan alliance. This time, he is going to enter the Tianba battlefield and kill that Luya. As Yi Tian, he quickly entered the Tianba battlefield. On the battlefield of Tianba, to the place where Tao Void Demon resides, in a fortress. Luya enjoyed the service of a group of female virtuous demons, as well as checking some recent information reports. He is very comfortable here. With his strength and the protection of Bahia, no one can kill him. So, he wasn't worried at all. All kinds of incomparably precious resources were fed to him by the maid of the void demon around him, and he tempered his body while eating. Although the cultivation base has not improved, the body can still be tempered little by little. Before he comprehends the 6th sequence to Tao rules, he can only cultivate like this. When I make a great contribution, the clan should reward a 6th sequence to Tao rule item. 1. Loud Teeth murmured. Suddenly, the maid next to him stopped moving for 5.9, and his expression suddenly changed. I saw that the maids all around kept a movement, but their vitality was erased. Not good. He tried to escape, but a terrifying force directly blocked the void. Then, a large hand squeezed him. Under this power, he was completely unable to resist. The 5th sequence to Tao rules. He even thought it was someone who was in the 9th level Taoist realm, but this is the Tianba battlefield, and the 9th level Taoist realm is not allowed to come. It's the 6th level Tao realm. He saw Yi Tian with a look of disbelief. But at the next moment, he was directly pinched to death by Yi Tian, and even Bahia couldn't stop the 5th sequence of Tao rules. Too weak. Yi Tian pretended to say something, and then he took Luya's body and left silently. Chapter 2845 Refined to Blood Spirit. Not long after, a group of Supreme Tao Void Demons came to this fortress. Seeing that the Supreme Tao Void Demons here were all dead, even His Highness Luya was gone. Afterwards, they deduced and learned a result. His Royal Highness Lu Fang is dead. Soon, the news came back to the blood of the blood, and the blood of the blood was immediately furious. And the initiator, Yi Tian, has already brought Luya's body to the innate Yuan domain where the Su clan is located, Su Yu. This innate primitive domain belongs to the entire Su clan, and all living beings are of the Su bloodline. All creatures that are not of the Su clan have been moved to other innate primordial territories. Using the entire innate territory to multiply the Su population, one can imagine how terrifying the Su population is. In addition, the Su have too many resources, and countless years have continued to develop, one by one evil geniuses have risen. This has led to the Su being so prosperous now. Knowing the situation of the Su clan, Yi Tian also wanted to follow the example of the Su clan. Perhaps in the future, he would also use the Wuji territory as the territory of the human race, and all other creatures would be moved out. Su domain. Yi Tian couldn't get in, but he was staying at the number 1 fortress outside the Su territory. There are 6 fortresses in the periphery of the entire Soviet territory. They are only attached to the Su territory, covering 29 of the entire Soviet territory, and these fortresses only protect the Su territory. The Dao realm guarding these fortresses all came from Su Yu, and it was impossible for outsiders to control these fortresses. This made it almost impossible for Su Yu to have any problems. In the number 1 fortress of Su Yu, Yi Tian waited for a while, and a 9th-level Taoist realm appeared, and it was the 9th-level Taoist realm who issued the task, the Dove Star Knife Master Su Tianchen. I have seen Dove Star Sword Master. Yi Tian said respectfully. You are Yi Tian, you really killed Lu Ya. Dove Star Sword Master doubted. So many 6th level to Dao realm team can't kill Lu Ya, Yi Tian can do it alone. Wow, Yi Tian directly took Lu Ya's body out. When the Dove Star Sword Master saw it, he immediately recognized that this was indeed a real Lu Ya, and he was immediately surprised. Very good, you have completed the task, the reward, I will give it to you. Dove Xingdao said. At this moment, Yi Tian said, Master Dove Star, the 6th sequence to Dao rule item, can it be replaced with Dao spiritual marrow or scarlet blood gold? When Master Dove Star heard it, he probably understood. Yi Tian must have comprehended the 6th sequence to Dao rules, and did not want the 6th sequence to Dao rule items, just wanted to replace them with the spiritual essence of the Dao or the red blood and gold, and wanted to refine the blood spirit liquid. He did not refuse, and said, I don't have the spiritual essence of the Dao, I don't need this thing, but I can exchange some from the clan, as well as red blood and gold, and I can also get some for you. Thank you Dove Star Sword Master. Yi Tian did not expect a task, so he gathered the materials directly. Before long, Dove Star Sword Master brought 3 kinds of materials. To 100 pieces of bloodstone, 20 pieces of red blood gold. However, the spiritual essence of the Dao is not really spiritual essence, but a piece of wood, and it is so tough that Yi Tian can't crush it. Master Dove Star Sword Master, this thing is the spiritual essence of the Dao? Yi Tian asked. Naturally not, Zhu Xingdao Master said. This is the spiritual root of the Dao, and the spiritual essence of the Dao is the substance extracted from it. You can find someone who understands the rules of the 5th sequence to the Dao and extracts the Dao spiritual essence. Extracting this thing is a waste of time, I don't have time to extract it, you can find the 9-layer to Dao realm to extract it yourself. 1. After finishing speaking, Dove Star Sword Master left. After all, the task was completed and the reward was given, so he didn't care about Yi Tian. After leaving the Su Yu number 1 fortress, Yi Tian returned to the Winter Night Fortress. Here, he took out the spiritual root of the Dao Dao. The Dove Star Sword Master thinks that I can't find the 9th level Taoist realm and extract the spiritual essence of Taoism, but I can extract it myself. Yi Tian said with a smile. The Dove Star Sword Master of the Su clan is still a little stingy, he doesn't believe that the other party can't come up with the real spiritual essence, but he just doesn't want to take advantage of him. The innate Yuan alliance developed the blood spirit liquid formula, but strictly controlled the materials, and did not want to cultivate the following supreme realm. That is to say, he can only get such an opportunity when he becomes a full member, otherwise he will not even have the opportunity. With the materials, Yi Tian started refining it to the blood spirit liquid. Years go by. After a period of time, Yi Tian successfully refined the blood spirit liquid. 1 serving, 2, 3 servings. Unconsciously, Yi Tian refined 300 parts to the blood spirit liquid, and only then exhausted the materials. Try the effect. Yi Tian swallowed the first portion of the blood spirit liquid, and the terrifying energy poured into his body, tempering his body and improving his cultivation. The effect of this improvement is much better than absorbing the original gift of the refining world. One after another, the blood spirit liquid was absorbed and refined by Yi Tian, and his cultivation was also rapidly improving. After consuming 99 copies of the blood spirit liquid, Yi Tian's cultivation reached the peak of the early stage of the 6th level Taoist realm, and he was only 1 step away from the middle stage of the 6th level Taoist realm. So, he hit the realm a little bit. Boom! The cultivation base broke through and reached the late stage of the 6th level Tao realm. There are still more than 200 copies of the blood spirit liquid left, which should be able to raise my cultivation to the late stage of the 6th realm of the Tao realm. Yi Tian secretly said. In the following years, Yi Tian has been refining to the blood spirit liquid, and his cultivation has steadily increased. And the Winter Night Fortress, where Suyu is in retreat. At this moment, she is at a critical moment. She is impacting the 9th level to the realm of the Tao. A long time ago, she had used up the 5th sequence to Tao rule items given by the Su, and successfully comprehended a trace of the 5th sequence to the Tao rule. Then, she began to work hard to impact the 9th level realm. 563. During the whole process, she did not mention it to the other Supreme Tao realm. This time, she has used all the resources she has prepared for countless years, and she will not let go of many treasures that are helpful to the shock, as long as there is a chance to increase it. Comprehending the 5th sequence to Tao rules can break through to the 9th level Tao realm, but it does not mean a 100% breakthrough. If the breakthrough fails, her foundation will be damaged, and she will not be able to continue to break through for a long time. She needs to wait for recovery before continuing. Shock. And when the catastrophe came, she didn't have time to strike a second time. So, this time she has to break through successfully. Once she succeeds, she will be a very top existence in the 9th layer to the Tao, and her status will be higher among the Su, and she will easily survive the catastrophe. After many years, Su Ya's bottleneck is crumbling. Click. The bottleneck was in the 5th sequence to Tao rule and the assistance of many resources, and it was finally shattered. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Su Ya's cultivation is breaking through, and the vision is transmitted to the entire Winter Night Fortress and even the virtual realm. Countless energies poured into her body, and such movements attracted the attention of countless Taoists. Yi Tian also stopped cultivating and came outside the mansion to watch this vision. Is this the breakthrough of Suyu? Yi Tian guessed. Chapter 2846. The catastrophe is coming. Lord Suyu is in the 8th level Tao realm, and he has been stuck in this realm for countless years, and he has never understood the 5th order Tao superior rules. Now it seems that Lord Suyu has comprehended the 5th order Tao rule, and then successfully hit the 9th level Tao realm. It seems that the 5th sequence to Tao rule item was prepared for Su Yuzu. Yi Tian muttered. It has to be said that the Su Yuzu comes from the Su clan, and it takes almost no effort to get the resources to hand. Of course, it must be the Su domain master who has a strong background in the Su clan, otherwise he will not be able to get the 5th sequence to Tao rule item. Soon, Lord Suyu has officially broken through to the 9th level Tao realm, but his cultivation has not yet stabilized, and it will take a long time to completely stabilize the realm. And with Suyu's breakthrough to become the 9th level Taoist realm, she also became the first powerhouse in the Winter Night Fortress. Lord Suyu was in the stable realm. Yi Tian also continued to cultivate, preparing for the promotion to the 6th stage to the later stage of the Tao realm. At the same time, a supreme Taoist of the Promised Domain came to the Winter Night Fortress. Countless supreme Tao realms poured into the Winter Night Fortress, forming a legion. And Yi Tian, as the commander, also obtained 3 legions, among which those in the Wuji domain are in his legion. As the day of catastrophe gets closer and closer, more and more Tao realms are gathered. Of course, there are also those who are unwilling to come and choose to escape, and they will be caught by the innate Yuan alliance. The lighter ones will be punished for resources, and the more severe ones will be killed directly. Even Yi Tian has personally captured some of the Tao realm. The innate Yuan alliance is so strict, and there is no way to do it. If you don't do this, I am afraid that there will be more Tao realm escaping. At that time, you will not be able to keep the fortresses, and it will be easily broken by the supreme Tao void demon. At that time, countless innate origins will be breached. Without these innate primordial domains, the innate primal territory alliance would not be able to grow, and would eventually decline, and even be wiped out by the supreme Tao void demon. This was not the outcome they wanted to see. Therefore, it is necessary to be cruel when it is time to be cruel. Time flies, and before you know it, there is only 100 Zidao era left until the day of catastrophe. A mere 100 Tao era is only a very short period of time for many Tao realms, and the Tao void demon will attack major fortresses at any time and impact the innate realm. After all, if you fight in advance, you can just wait for the innate origin to be silent, and you can directly break through the innate origin and devour the origin of the innate origin without any delay in effort. Therefore, the major fortresses have been prepared, and all the legions of the Tao realm are preparing for battle. With so many Supreme Tao realms, I don't know how much W. Yi Tian muttered. The human race also sent a group of Tao realm over. After all, the human race has also risen in the Promise realm. Besides him, they have also cultivated a lot of Tao realm. If none of them are sent in, it is undoubtedly inappropriate. Of course, apart from him, the human race currently does not have a very powerful Tao realm, so he only sent some third-level Tao realm, which can only be reduced to cannon fodder. However, he arranged it in his own legion, and he could take care of it a little, so that he would not fall easily. Winter Night Fortress. Yi Tian is resting. Suddenly, he opened his eyes and murmured, "A phantom demon army from the heavenly blood lineage has been dispatched, and it seems to have come straight to the Winter Night Fortress." 1. The reason why he is so clear is that a copy of his void demon body mixed into it, so he learned first-hand information. Immediately, he passed the news to Lord Suyu of the Winter Night Fortress. Lord Suyu immediately used a 9-patterned weapon to spy on the void. It really came. Lord Suyu was surprised why Yi Tian knew about it the first time, but now is not the time to think about it, and now he must stop this group of illusory demons. Soon, the entire Winter Night Fortress was mobilized, and a supreme Taoist realm blocked the Tao illusory demon from all directions, turning the surrounding territory into a battlefield, preventing those supreme Tao illusory demons from destroying the nodes of the Shantian Yuan Great Array in the Winter Night Fortress. And Yi Tian led 3 legions, guarding a fortress node. In these years, these supreme Tao realms are almost all cooperating with the cultivation battle formations. At this moment, they all cooperate with each other to display the battle formations, turning them into a huge phantom. Even if tens of thousands of the 3rd Tao realm cooperate with the battlefield, they can instantly kill the 4th layer to Tao void demon. If there is no battle formation, they are really cannon fodder among cannon fodder. Of course, there is also a battle formation on the void demon side. Coming, Yi Tian's gaze passed through the layers of void and saw a team of supreme Tao void demons coming towards his node. 1/8 level to Tao realm, 66 7th level to Tao realm, thousands of 6th level to Tao realm, and hundreds of thousands of ultimate Tao illusory demons. Yi Tian judged in an instant. In addition to these, there are countless Taoist monsters, which are the first wave of cannon fodder, used to consume the power of the Taoist realm and have no other effect. I saw these supreme monsters rushing over in the virtual realm like black tides, boundless, and they looked quite intimidating. These supreme monsters, you are responsible for killing them. Yi Tian ordered. These supreme Tao monsters are only at the 1st and 2nd levels of cultivation, and their combat effectiveness is very weak. They are just cannon fodder, and there is no need for him to waste his strength. Yes, Commander Sama, many to Tao realm responded one after another. Immediately, they slaughtered these supreme Tao monsters, and the 7th level Tao level and 6th level Tao level in the Legion did not act. Soon, these 3-level Tao realm collided with Tao monsters, and almost all of them were massacres. The densely packed supreme Tao monsters were killed and turned into countless corpses, and the blood of the supreme Tao monsters flowed into the void and turned into long blood-colored rivers. As more and more supreme Tao monsters were killed, Yi Tian gradually became bad. No, these supreme monsters are not just cannon fodder, they are still in formation. Li Wanghao Yi Tian saw it. This is also because he has comprehended the 5th sequence to Tao rules, otherwise he would not really be able to see it. At this time, Lord Suyu also heard news, be careful of these cannon fodder monsters. The supreme Tao void demon obviously used the blood of the corpses of these supreme Tao monsters as sacrifices and arranged it into a magnificent killing formation. Once the killing formation was successfully arranged, it would be enough to instantly annihilate these triple and quadruple Tao realms. However, if the strength is not enough, even if it is seen, it will not be able to destroy the great formation. Yi Tian did not let these 3-level supreme Tao realm retreat, and let them continue to slaughter these supreme Tao monsters. Finally, enough kills. Countless blood-colored rays of light connected the blood-colored rivers, and a terrifying killing formation laid out the grave. But at this time, Yi Tian's 5th sequence shuttled to the Tao rules and strangled lightly. Click. This terrifying killing formation collapsed directly. Chapter 2847 Kill the 8-layer to Tao false demon, support everywhere. Under absolute power, any killing formation is meaningless. Seeing that the killing formation was broken, the Tao void demons no longer hesitated, and the large army came directly. That 8th level to Tao realm stared at Yi Tian, came across the void, and wanted to kill Yi Tian. You go to deal with the other 7th level Taoist realm, and this 8th level Taoist realm is handed over to me. Yi Tian said. Yes. Palace Master Tezu and others from the 7th layer arrived at the Taoist realm to answer the Tao. Boom! The two armies collided together, like a meat grinder. Every moment, there is the fall of the Taoist realm. And Yi Tian fought against the 8th layer Supreme Tao Void Demon. This 8th level Supreme Tao Illusory Demon is not weak, and the 6th order Supreme Tao Rule of Comprehension has also reached the 70% realm. Even if the Teibai Sword Master came, he would not be the opponent of this 8th level Void Demon. But in Yi Tian's eyes, such an 8th level Illusory Demon can be suppressed with a wave of his hand. The ultimate spear technique. Although this is only perfected to the 6th sequence of the Tao Rule, but with the blessing of the 5th sequence of the Tao Rule, the power of this gun is extremely terrifying. Kill. One shot broke everything, and the defense of the 8th layer to Tao Void Demon was like a piece of paper, and was directly penetrated by Yi Tian. Puff. This 8th level to 563 path Illusory Demon was nailed to the void, and the 5th order to Tao Rules shattered the opponent's body and severely injured him in an instant. The 5th sequence to Tao Rules. This 8th layer Supreme Illusory Demon was stunned. Yi Tian is only at the 6th level to the Taoist realm, even if he is an existence who takes the path of the strongest and the most Taoist, he is only comparable to the powerful 8th level to the Taoist realm. He considered many factors, so he did not feel that he was in danger. Unexpectedly, Yi Tian actually comprehended the 5th sequence rule of the Tao. It can be said that Yi Tian's strength is invincible in the 8th level to Tao realm. Puff. After a breath, this 8th layer to Tao Void Demon had already been slaughtered and completely fallen. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian manipulated the 6th sequence Supreme Tao Rule to kill those 7th level Supreme Tao realm. The ultimate supernatural power, Hua Si. This is an application of the 6th sequence to the Tao Rule. Puff puff puff. A trace of the Taoist rule penetrated the past, instantly killing a 7th level Taoist realm. Palace Master Tezu is fighting against a 7th level Phantom Demon, and he is not an opponent at all. Her 7th sequence Supreme Tao Rule has also reached the 90% realm, but this 7th layer Supreme Tao Void Demon has a powerful bloodline, and her combat power completely overwhelms her. At this moment, she was seriously injured. But suddenly, a trace of the Supreme Tao Rule penetrated the body of the 7th level Supreme Tao Void Demon, and with a slight flick, the Supreme Tao Void Demon's body shattered and was instantly killed. At this time, only then did she notice that it was Yi Tian who solved the 8th level Supreme Tao Void Demon to help them these 7th level Tao realm. Seeing that a 7th level to Tao Void Demon died in Yi Tian's hands, it was like an ant, without the slightest resistance. Palace Master Tezu was completely shocked. Yi Tian's strength is getting more and more terrifying. Palace Master Tezu said with emotion. Afterwards, she went to the 6th level to Tao Void Demon. After all, the 7th level Phantom Demon was killed by Yi Tian in an instant. Using her strength to deal with the 6th level Supreme Tao Illusory Demon is almost a massacre, unless it is the 6th level Supreme Tao Illusory Demon who can leapfrog and fight. But this place is only a branch of the heavenly blood lineage, and it won't let the monsters who can leapfrog battles here, otherwise it will be too easy to fall. Kill. Yi Tian shot again and again, and the dense 6th sequence Supreme Tao rules penetrated almost everywhere on the battlefield, killing a large number of Supreme Tao Illusory Demons. To deal with these weaklings, he does not need to use the 5th sequence to Tao rule. Boom! The densely packed Void Demons turned into corpses, and it didn't take long for all Void Demons to be wiped out in this battlefield. Immediately, he reported the situation to Su Yuzhu. Every official member of the battle keeps a trace of incarnation in the Supreme Void, so that they can communicate with each other. Otherwise, on such a battlefield, CJFJ, any communication or means of communication may be blocked, but the Supreme Void will not be blocked. Master Su Yu, the node I guard, the illusory demons are completely destroyed. Yi Tian said. Yi Tian, support node number 6, the 3 advisors of node number 6, one has fallen, and the others. Node number 36 is not very important, and its location is relatively biased, but there are also 3 commanders who are in charge. Much stronger than Palace Master Tezu. However, in the face of the invasion of the Supreme Tao Void Demon, the strength of the 3 commanders is not worth mentioning. Like some weaker nodes, the guarding force is too weak, and it may be wiped out by the Void Demon in a single wave. Node 36. The 2 commanders are being besieged by 6 7th level Tao Illusory Demons. These 6 7th level Tao Illusory Demons are all extremely powerful. Ordinary 7th level Tao realm faces them, and they can't even hold a single move, will be killed in seconds. Before, there were also 7th level Tao realm to assist the 2 commanders, but they were all killed in seconds, and they came to die. When will the support arrive? Commander Jian Yu said in despair. The other commander didn't know what to say. In the current situation, other nodes in the Winter Night Fortress are also extremely difficult, and there may not be support. Even Lord Su Yu, who was probably besieged by many strong men, was unable to come to support. Every catastrophe, more than 1 or 2 fortresses are broken, and with bad luck, the Winter Night Fortress will also be broken. Puff. One of the 2 commanders was inattentive and was completely hit. Just when they thought they were going to die, strands of regular silk threads came across. Puff. A 7th level to Tao Void Demon was penetrated by the rule thread, and his body was directly smashed to death. The 7th level Tao realm, which almost made them unable to compete, is now so dead. Are the 2 commanders okay? Yi Tian appeared and asked. Commander Yi Tian. GNU was surprised. He didn't expect that the one who came to support it was actually the Commander Yi Tian, and the strength of the Commander Yi Tian was too terrifying. The rule silk thread could kill these 7th level Tao realm in seconds, and he was indeed a monster who walked the path of the strongest and the highest Tao. I'll be fine, GNU replied. Although they were severely wounded, they still had no problem dealing with ordinary 7th level phantom demons. If I help you kill a group of 7th level void demons, I have to go to support other places. Yi Tian waved his hand. The 6th sequence to Tao rule silk thread crossed the void, killing a 7-layer to Tao void demon in seconds, and then he immediately went to support other places. Without these 7th level phantom demons, there would be no pressure at this point. Chapter 2848 Serve as the domain lord of the Winter Night Fortress. After that, Yi Tian supported him again and again, but he could only support ordinary nodes, like the battlefield where Su Yuzhu was located. That was the real terror, and his support in the past was useless. Although he now understands the 5th sequence to Tao rules, his cultivation base is very low after all. Even if he has not broken through the previous Su Yuzhu, he is probably not an opponent. If he encounters the 8-fold Supreme Tao Void Demon with the strongest bloodline, even if he comprehends the 6th sequence Supreme Tao rules, he can still kill him in seconds if he does not master the 5th sequence Supreme Tao rules. His strength is nothing in this catastrophe. Even if he is in the 9th level Tao realm, there is a possibility that he will fall. So, Yi Tian can only do his best, if he can, support him. After a period of time, the loss of the Supreme Tao Void Demon was not small, and many powerful Supreme Tao Void Demons were seriously injured, so they retreated. This wave of attacks is over. Winter Night Fortress. A large number of Supreme Tao realms are healing, and there are many who are on the verge of death and have lost the ability to heal themselves, but other Supreme Tao realms do not have time to heal, so they are sealed up one by one. I saw that in an area, the densely packed Tao realm was sealed here, waiting to be slowly healed and unsealed later. As the commander of the Winter Night Fortress, Yi Tian knew a little about the heavy losses of this wave of the Winter Night Fortress. The 7th level to the Taoist realm alone lost 863, and the 8th level to the Taoist realm fell 3. No one has counted those weak Tao realm. It is really too many, and the statistics are meaningless. Cannon fodder. Yi Tian presented this word in his mind. Those who are in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th stages of the Tao realm are cannon fodder in such a war, and even the 7th layer Supreme Tao realm is just a larger cannon fodder. This is also the reason why the Teizu Palace Master and the others resisted the Wuji Tiangong. If the Wuji Tiangong was still in control of the Wuji domain, they would directly pull the 7th level Taoist realm and 6th level Taoist realm of the Teizu Palace as cannon fodder. In that case, Teizu Palace would be destroyed. Now, although the Teizu Palace has also sent 7 layers to the Tao realm, the foundation is still there. Even if the Teizu Palace Lord falls, it will only lose a part of his strength. What Yi Tian can do is try to keep them as far as possible, let them try not to fall, that's all. The next wave of void demons will not attack so quickly. After all, they need to heal their injuries or send support before they invade the Winter Night Fortress again. This day, Winter Night hold high-level meeting. Lord Su of the Winter Night Fortress and several other domain lords came, as well as the Fortress Lord of the Winter Night Fortress, the 9th level Taoist realm. However, the current strength of the Fortress of the Winter Night Fortress is not as strong as that of the Su Yuzhu. Yi Tian and a few commanders were also present. At this time, Winter Night Fortress Xingling said, "Everyone, Winter Night Fortress has now repelled the first wave of attacks, but it will face another attack after another, so the situation is still very serious. Among them, a domain lord has fallen, so now we have to choose a new domain lord." 1. The domain lord has fallen. Many commanders were shocked. They only knew that a few 8-level Tao realm had fallen, but they did not expect that a domain master had fallen. Before the Winter Night Fortress, there were a total of 9 domain masters, all of which were 8th level to the peak of the Taoist realm, and the 6th sequence to the Taoist realm were all above the 90% realm. The fall of a domain master is indeed a huge loss. Those commanders knew their own strength and could not be qualified to serve as domain masters. However, several of the 8th level Supreme Tao realm in the Winter Night Fortress were in other positions, but they were still far from the domain masters. This time the domain owner, I recommend Yi Tian. Lord Su Yu said. Sai Zhu Xingling also looked at Yi Tian. I also think Yi Tian is very good. Yi Tian in this support, beheaded an 8th level Supreme Taoist, and the 7th level Supreme Taoist realm reached more than 100. Zun, the strength is very strong, and he is absolutely qualified to be the domain master. In normal times, the other 8th level Tao realm will definitely compete with Yi Tian for the domain master, but it is rare now that no one is fighting. Once you become a domain owner, you have greater responsibility, which is not a good thing. Why did the domain lord fall before? If you stay at other nodes, nothing will happen, but if you stay in the most important position, you will naturally encounter violent attacks, many 8 level to Taoist siege, and may even encounter 9 level to Taoshu demon attack. This time, when the domain master fell, he was killed in an instant by a 9 level virtuous demon who was good at assassination, and neither the Su domain master nor the Xingling Sai master had time to rescue him. For flowers. So, they don't want to be domain owners. Of course, being a domain owner also has advantages, such as resource treatment, which are not comparable to other positions. Once the Winter Night Fortress is held, the benefits obtained after the war are unimaginable. But the premise is to be able to catch fire. Thank you, sir. Yi Tian should be the domain owner. Announcing a new domain owner is just one of those things, there are other things to announce. I saw Su Yuzhu said. This time, many fortresses under the Shantian UNU alliance have been attacked, and 3 of them have been breached. At present, the Shantian UNU alliance is trying to find a way to regain the fortress, and then take the Shantian Yuanyuan managed by those fortresses. The domain is incorporated into other fortresses, so as to ensure that those innate domains will not be swallowed up. 3 fortresses broken. Yi Tian was secretly surprised. This is the first wave of attacks, and 3 fortresses have been lost. If time passes, how many fortresses will be breached after 10,000 Zidao era? Yi Tian doesn't care about other original domains, but he must ensure that the Wuji domain will not be breached. According to this trend, the next time the Tao Void Demon invades, the losses to the Winter Night Fortress will be even heavier. He has to do something. So, Yi Tian said. Master Say, Master Su Yu, I have the power of clones. I am going to let 4 clones sit in the fortress nodes and hide them. When they attack next time, I will do my best and hit one of them. If you can't reach it, try to kill many of their 8th level illusory demons and a large number of 7th level illusory demons. 1. Lord Su Yu was slightly surprised. She had investigated Yi Tian, and the Tao Yi Tian had a clone, but the specific situation was unclear. I didn't expect Yi Tian to have 4 clones, which was amazing. Master Yi Yu, what is the strength of your 4 avatars? Su Yu asked. Ontology combat power, Yi Tian said. Ontology combat power. Su Yuzhu was overjoyed. In this case, it was equivalent to adding 4 8th level to Tao level combat power, and it was not the ordinary 8th level to Tao level combat power. The other 8th level Taoist realms and many 7th level Taoist realms were overjoyed. In this way, their pressure would be reduced, and the chance of falling down would be reduced. Corpse. Chapter 2850. Yi Tian made a move, and the Void Demon suffered heavy losses. The second wave of the Void Demon's attack is here, and this time the attack is even more violent. 1 inch. Yi Tian muttered. Node 6. A copy of Yi Tian's body is hidden here. On the bright side, the person in charge here is an 8th level Taoist early stage powerhouse, but he is actually the person in charge. It's just that the other realms don't know about it. Coming. The dense number of Supreme Tao Void Demons led an endless stream of Supreme Tao monsters, and their scale was incomparably huge. 2 8-fold Supreme Tao Void Demons. The 7th level to Tao realm at this node panicked and began to ask for help. After all, there is only 1 8th level to Tao realm at this node, can they stop it? Stop these supreme monsters. The 8-fold to Tao realm of the 6th node ordered the road. He didn't panic, because he knew that Yi Tian was here. Although he had not seen Yi Tian's shot yet, Yi Tian was able to kill the 8th level Tao Void Demon, and his strength must be stronger than him. What was he panicking about? After the ordinary Tao realm killed those Tao monsters, countless blood-colored threads entwined those 29th, 3rd, and 4th Tao realm. This will obviously be a new move for Dao Void Demon research. In an instant, many of the 3rd level to Dao realm were seriously injured, and even many 4th level to the Dao realm were entangled with blood-colored threads, resulting in the inability to exert their strength. It's the power of the curse. The 7th level to Dao realm has seen that this curse power is not terrible, but the key is to affect the combat effectiveness. Now is the war, there is no time to expel the curse, and they have not prepared the corresponding healing thing. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The Supreme Dao Void Demon side is starting a large-scale invasion, ready to kill these 3 or 4 layers of the Supreme Dao realm. Attack, 8-fold to Dao realm ordered. In an instant, the two sides collided. At this moment, the two 8th-level Ultimate Taoist demons besiege the 8th-level Ultimate Taoist at the 6th node. The two 8th-level Phantom demons, one is in the middle stage of the 8th-level Taoist realm, and the other is in the late stage of the 8th-level realm of Taoism. Just when they thought they could kill the Winter Night Fortress 8th layer to Dao realm, Yi Tian suddenly shot. Kill. The 5th sequence of Zidao rules is integrated into the Ultimate Taoist Spear technique. Puff. The 8-pattern Zidao weapon spear penetrated one of the 8-layer Zidao Void demons, killing him instantly. Not good. The other 8th-level Phantom demon was frightened and wanted to escape, but it was too late. Puff. The body was penetrated, shattered directly, and died on the spot. Killing two 8th-level Dao Void demons in 2 strokes made the 8th-level Taoist stunned, and the other 7th-level Taoists were also shocked. Puff puff puff. The 6th sequence of Supreme Dao rules turned into silk threads, penetrating the body of a 7th-level Supreme Dao Void demon, killing them as well. In the blink of an eye, all the powerhouses on the Dao Void demon side were killed, leaving only the 6th-level Void demon and the weaker Void demon. The rest of the Void demons, you handle them, and I will support other nodes. Yi Tian said. Immediately, he left quickly. And at other nodes. Yi Tian's cloned bodies erupted one after another, blasting and killing one by one the 7th-level Dao Illusory demon and the 8th-level Dao Illusory demon. In a short period of time, the Dao Void demon suffered heavy losses. Node 9. Yi Tian looked at this middle-stage 7th-level virtual demon in front of him, showing a look of surprise. This person turned out to be a direct descendant of the heavenly blood lineage with the strongest bloodline, exuding the 6th sequence rule of the 70% realm. It can be said that this person's strength is invincible in the 8th-layer Supreme Dao realm. He originally thought that the other party was an ordinary 7th-level Dao realm, and wanted to use the 6th sequence to kill the opponent instantly, but he was crushed by the opponent. Judging from the results of copying talent snooping, the name of the Supreme Dao Void demon is Shui Shizi. Shizhang Genius, who is in the Shantian Yuanyuan and has gone to the highest and highest Taoist realm, but unfortunately you are only at the 6th level to the Taoist realm, otherwise you are really qualified to compete with me. The Blood Scorpion killed Yi Tian. But Yi Tian is not afraid at all. In terms of cultivation, he is indeed inferior to the opponent, and his physical quality, strength, and speed are also inferior, but he has comprehended the 5th sequence of the rules of the Tao, which is enough. Boom. Relying on the 5th sequence to the Tao rule, Yi Tian and this bloody scorpion fought on a par. The 5th sequence to Tao rules. The blood scorpion was shocked. A 6th-level Taoist realm leads the Taoist rules, what kind of evildoer is this? The two sides fought for a long time, but there was no winner. Yi Tian didn't ask other clones to support him, even if he did, he probably wouldn't be able to keep the blood scorpion. The Supreme Dao Void demon must attach great importance to the clansmen of the Supreme Bloodline, and there are many life-saving things. It is too difficult to kill him. Therefore, his copy body can drag the other side. Time passed slowly. After a long time, the blood scorpion seemed to have received a notice to retreat and immediately withdrew. And Yi Tian didn't chase down the blood scorpion, but chased and killed those 7th-level illusory demons, beheading them one by one. This time, the Supreme Dao Gorefiend was defeated, and a large number of Supreme Dao Void demons were killed and stayed here forever. After the Gorefiend of the Supreme Dao escaped completely, the Dao realm of the Winter Night Fortress began to clean the battlefield. Winter Night Fortress. Yi Tian and other domain owners have returned. Yi Tian found out that Sai Zhu was injured, and the injury was not minor. Sir, are you injured? Yi Tian was surprised. Seizu Xingling is the 9th-level Taoist realm, and he was seriously injured by 563. Seizu said, I encountered an 8th-level illusory demon with a strong bloodline, and was injured by him. If it wasn't for Su Yu's rescue, I would be dead. The 8th level of the Xian bloodline is to the illusory demon, and it is easy to fight beyond the ranks. Xingling was not killed by it, it is already very lucky. Lord Suyu said. Thanks to Lord Yiyu this time, your clone has continued to support major nodes and killed a lot of 8th-level illusory demons and 7th-level illusory demons. The high level felt that they could not bear it, so they retreated, otherwise we may fall a domain master again this time. It's just my job, Yi Tian said. Not long afterward, the Innate Original Domain Alliance issued an announcement. In this wave of attacks, the Innate Yuan Alliance lost 2 fortresses. Moreover, many official members of the Innate Original Domain Alliance have fallen, and the list has been announced in the Supreme Void, so that many official members have a heavy heart after seeing it. In this wave of attacks, 36 9th level to Dao Realm actually fell, and 1/8 layer to Dao Realm who took the path of the strongest and the most powerful. Yi Tian was extremely surprised. This must not have fallen from an ordinary battlefield like the Winter Night Fortress, but a top-level battlefield that he could not imagine. It is estimated that there are 9th level to Dao realms everywhere, and the fighting is extremely tragic. Chapter 2851 The strength is further improved, and the 6th level reaches the peak of the Dao. That kind of top-level battlefield doesn't need my help, you still have to defend the Winter Night Fortress. Yi Tian muttered. In a short period of time, the Supreme Dao Void Demon side should not continue to invade here, and many Dao Realm people in the Winter Night Fortress will have time to rest and recuperate. And Yi Tian also had time to grow. He has now obtained so many Black Abyss devouring stones, and is refining and cultivating ascetic practices, and the 5th sequence Supreme Dao rules are also rapidly improving. When the 3rd wave of Dao Void Demon attacks, his strength will skyrocket. Hey, the Innate Yuan Alliance developed the treasure house to exchange it. After Yi Tian entered the Supreme Void, he was surprised. This time, the Innate Yuan Alliance also knew that many fortresses suffered heavy losses, and many to the Dao realm were seriously injured, so this time they developed a treasure house exchange, and many resources that were not allowed to be exchanged in the past were taken out this time. All kinds of good things are on it. There is even a 6th sequence Dao rule item, but the cost of exchanging it is too high, and you have to get a lot of military exploits. And now, the merits of each supreme realm are being sorted out. And how to record military exploits, certainly not by numbers, but by deduction. Using some kind of deduction type 9 pattern to the Dao treasure to deduce, almost no mistakes. Certainly, in such a battle, the merits of battle are not worth much. Even if Yi Tian has killed so many Supreme Dao Void Demons, it does not mean that his merits are higher than those of Su Yuzhu. The merits of the battle are not only to kill the Void Demon, but also to see the role played. For example, Lord Suyu blocked a powerful 9th level Void Demon, which was a great feat. The specific combat achievements are determined by the Innate Original Domain Alliance. Soon, Yi Tian inquired about his own battle data in the Supreme Void. 58 million military exploits. There are a lot of military exploits, which can be exchanged for a lot of good things. Unfortunately, the 5th sequence to Dao rule items cannot be exchanged. This kind of thing is urgently needed by the Su, who will come up with it. The Innate Yuan Alliance has not yet been rich to this level, so naturally it is impossible to take out this kind of item. It is very good to be able to take out the 6th sequence Dao rule items, but the required military exploits have reached hundreds of millions. Supreme Dao-like Sword Master Teibai, it is estimated that they have to work hard to obtain hundreds of millions of military exploits. Yi Tian thought to himself. Yi Tian's goal was not the 6th sequence Supreme Dao rule item. He looked at the Supreme Bloodstone, the Supreme Dao Spiritual Root, and the Scarlet Blood Gold, which he could refine into Blood Spirit Liquid. The Blood Spirit Liquid he had refined before had been exhausted, and if he wanted to raise his cultivation to the peak of the 6th level Dao realm, he had to refine the Blood Spirit Liquid in large quantities. Soon, Yi Tian converted all the 58 million battle merits into these materials. Winter Night Fortress. A man in black appeared outside Yi Tian's mansion. Lord Yiyu, what you asked for has been delivered. This black-clothed man is a black-clothed guard within the Shantian Yuan Alliance, specializing in the delivery of goods for the official members. After all, the official members are guarding the fortresses everywhere and cannot leave. They can only be delivered by the black-clothed guards. Of course, their strength is not weak, almost all of them are above the 6th level to the Taoist realm. Like this black-clothed man, his cultivation base has reached the 7th stage of the Dao realm. Wow, Yi Tian came out, made sure there was no mistake in the goods, and nodded, well, things are correct. Master Yiyu, I will retire. The black-clothed guard left quickly. Immediately, Yi Tian entered the mansion and began refining the blood spirit liquid. One after another, the blood spirit liquid was refined by him, and the other copy body next to it was directly refined to the blood spirit liquid to improve the cultivation level, without wasting any time. Heavenly Blood, Kanglong Department. At this time, all the 9-level Dao illusory demons and the 8th-level Dao illusory demons here are very annoyed. Shuihu, you are responsible for the invasion of the Winter Night Fortress. This time the loss is too great. 18 8th-level illusory demons have fallen, and nearly 600 7th-level illusory demons have been killed. For such a loss, are you in command? A top 9th level to Dao Void demon said coldly. This top 9th level illusory demon is the patriarch of the Kanglong clan, the Blood Dragon. Although the Blood Dragon does not have the strongest bloodline, it is second only to the super strong bloodline. The cultivation base has reached the pinnacle of the 9th level Dao Void demon, and he has also comprehended the 5th order Dao rules to the 97% realm. He is the undisputed #1 powerhouse here. Shuihu trembled at this moment, and quickly explained, Blood Dragon Patriarch, you can't blame me. Who would have known that the Winter Night Fortress hides a very enchanting 6th level Dao realm, comparable to our supreme bloodline, and also comprehends the 5th. The key to the sequence to Dao rules is that he still has several clones. Even the highness of our clan's Blood Scorpion has not been able to defeat the opponent. And several of his clones suddenly shot, and many 8th-level to Dao illusory demons were killed. There's no time for rescue. Okay, I don't want to hear this. I will send you another 9th level to Dao Void demon to kill that 6th level to Dao realm. If you still can't win the Winter Night Fortress, or you can't seriously damage the Winter Night Fortress, go to the Blood River Fortress for me. Blood Dragon ordered. Blood River Fortress. When the Blood Hub heard it, his whole body trembled. The Blood River Fortress is a meat grinder, a place where the 9th layer and Dao Void demons are easy to fall. If his strength is in the past, it is really easy to fall. Therefore, he did not want to go to the Blood River Fortress. Yes. 1. The Blood Hub responded. Time flies. Whether it's the Void Demon's side or the innate Yuan side, they're all healing. Only Etienne is working hard to cultivate and improve his strength. For other Supreme Dao Realm, what kind of strength can be improved during this time of rest, and the combat power can't be improved at all. But Etienne is different, his strength is improving every moment. This day, Etienne found that the origin of the Wuji domain was silent, not only the Wuji domain, but also other innate origin domains. That is to say, if the Winter Night Fortress is breached, the origin of the Wuji Li Wanghao domain will soon be breached, and all the creatures in the Wuji domain will perish. Even Etienne was a little nervous at this time, he didn't want to see this scene happen. For strength, we must raise the cultivation base to the 6th level to the peak of the Taoist realm as soon as possible, and then hit the 7th level to the Taoist realm. Etienne muttered. Years go by. Another time passed by the grave. At all costs, he refined to the blood spirit liquid and various resources, and the cultivation base finally rose to the peak of the 6th level Taoist realm before the 3rd wave of the Taoist Void Demon attacked. Moreover, his 5th sequence to Dao rules have also improved a lot, reaching the realm of 32%, which is the improvement brought by refining those black abyss swallowing stones. Today, his strength is much stronger than in the past. There is still time to directly hit the 7th level to the Taoist realm. Although it is a bit rushed, it does not affect me, and there is a high probability that I will be able to break through. Etienne decided. Chapter 2852 Breakthrough, the 7th level to the Taoist realm. In order to save time, Etienne is going to let the 5 cloned bodies try to break through together, as long as there is one breakthrough. Only he can do this kind of operation. Others, even if there are many clones, can break through the clones, which does not mean that the main body breaks through. And his real body duplicates the body, both the clone and the main body. I started to attack the 7th level Dao realm, hoping to complete the breakthrough before the 3rd attack of the Dao Void Demon, otherwise I can only be forced to interrupt the breakthrough. 1 inch. Etienne wholeheartedly attacked the 7th level Dao realm, and many resources were taken out one by one. Time passed little by little, and after a period of time, one of the real body clones failed to break through, which was also normal. Although he comprehends the 6th sequence to Dao rules, he can break through to the 7th level Supreme Realm when he walks the path of the strongest and the highest Dao. He comprehends the 5th sequence to the Dao rules, which logically means a 100% breakthrough, but it does not mean a one-time breakthrough, can break through. Many Supreme Dao realms that meet the breakthrough conditions also require multiple attempts to complete the breakthrough. The same is true for Etienne, it is normal to hit the bottleneck in a hurry and fail. Click. Another real body copying the body successfully tore the bottleneck, and the cultivation base began to cross to the 7th level Taoist realm. The mansion of the Lord Su Yu. This direction is Lord Yi Yu, who has broken through to the 7th level Tao realm. Also to 563, he has enough blood and spiritual fluid, and he continues to practice. The situation is quite normal. Lord Su Yu secretly said. Immediately, she smiled slightly. Yi Tian's breakthrough represented the soaring strength of Winter Night Fortress. A 7th level Supreme Taoist who comprehends the 5th sequence Supreme Tao rules is no less than a 9th level Supreme Tao state. Once upon a time, when Yi Tian came to the Winter Night Fortress, his strength was not strong, and he had grown to this level in a short period of time. According to such a cultivation speed, it may not be long before it is possible to match her combat power. Another period of time has passed. Yi Tian's cultivation has not completely stabilized, but it does not affect the battle. And his other duplicate bodies have become 7th level to Tao realm. The mansion of the Lord Su Yu. Yi Tian and Su Yuzhu are discussing the issue of dealing with the next wave of attacks from the Void Demon. Lord Su Yu said, Master Yi Yu, you caused a great loss to the Void Demon. This time, the Void Demon will definitely find a way to kill you. Does Master Su Yu have any ideas? Yi Tian asked. Lord Su Yu smiled and said, it is very simple, that is to lay a trap. CJFJ, I will give you a secret treasure to hide your cultivation, and when they find a way to kill, you will directly reveal your true strength. Then, I will in the Su clan, please also move a 9th level to the Taoist realm, and when the time comes, you will also take action and join you to leave the other party together. 1. It is good, Yi Tian agreed. After that, they began to wait for the next wave of Tao Void Demon's attack. Not long after, the next wave of the Tao Void Demon's attack came. As in the previous plan, Yi Tian's 5 duplicate bodies were hidden in nodes one by one. Boom! A large number of Supreme Tao Void Demons came in, but this time there were no Supreme Tao Monster Cannon fodder. Obviously, too many Supreme Tao Monster Cannon fodders were consumed before. The two sides directly fought and fought. It was still the 6th node. Yi Tian instantly killed an 8th level Ultimate Tao Void Demon, and his cultivation was still the 6th level Ultimate Taoist Realm. Puff puff. A name of the 7th level Taoist Realm was about to fall into his hands, and at this moment, a figure emerged, filled with the 5th order Taoist rules, attacking and killing Yi Tian at a speed far exceeding the 8th level Taoist Void Demon. This is a 9th level Supreme Tao Void Demon who attacked and killed Yi Tian with the 5th order Supreme Tao Rule supernatural power. In his opinion, he can kill Yi Tian's clone in one move, and then kill other clones of Yi Tian. If he is lucky, he might kill Yi Tian's main body. But in the next moment, his expression changed. Yi Tian's cultivation level instantly became the 7th level Tao realm, and then he fired a gun with his backhand, which collided with his attack. Boom! Yi Tian collided with this 9th level to Tao Void Demon and retreated separately. 7th level Tao realm. This 9th level Tao Void Demon realized that it was impossible for him to kill Yi Tian. A 7th level Supreme Taoist who comprehends the 5th sequence to the Taoist rules, still walks the path of the strongest to the Tao, and his strength is definitely not weaker than him. This time the plan failed. This 9th level Supreme Tao Void Demon's secret path is not good. Perhaps this time, the loss of the Supreme Tao Void Demon in the Winter Night Fortress was far greater than the previous 2 times. Immediately, he kept fighting with Yi Tian, trying to stop Yi Tian, and sent a message to other Supreme Tao Void Demons to inform the specific situation. At this time, on the Winter Night Fortress, there is another 9th level Taoist realm. This is a 9th level Taoist realm from the Su tribe, and his strength is much stronger than the average 9th level Taoist realm. The 9th level to Tao realm came to the 6th node to support Yi Tian, and together with Yi Tian, besieged the 9th level to Tao Void Demon. At this time, Yi Tian was playing as an assistant, mainly relying on this 9th level Taoist realm of the Su clan to kill this 9th level Taoist illusory demon. With the passage of time, the 9-layer to Tao Void Demon was injured, and the injury became more and more serious. Puff! The body of the 9th level Supreme Tao Void Demon was chopped into pieces and recovered quickly, but Yi Tian's attack also came, and he penetrated again. In this way, under the constant attack, this 9th level Void Demon gradually fell into a state of near death. Boom! With the last blow, the 9th layer to Tao Void Demon completely fell. Master Yi Yu, I have to leave the Winter Night Fortress and go to other fortresses. The Su clan's 9th level Tao realm said. It is good. Yi Tian replied. Immediately, he went to other nodes to support. Soon, one by one, the 8th level Void Demons were killed, causing the Void Demons to be defeated. Note 2. Xingling, the fortress of the Winter Night Fortress, was fighting with a top-level 8-level phantom demon, the Blood Vine. Can't kill each other. At this time, Shui Tengxi's face changed. Damn, the plan failed. 1. He received the news of the retreat and was ready to retreat. Suddenly, the surrounding space was distorted, and figures came one after another, and they were 5 copies of Yi Tian's bodies, which were equivalent to 5 general 9-level Taoist realms. Master Yi Yu, kill this blood vine together. Sai Zhu Xingling shouted. It is good. Yi Tian's 5 duplicate bodies surrounded Shui Tengxi together. Shui Tengxi might not even be able to beat a single copy of Yi Tian's body, but now Yi Tian shot multiple copies of his body together, and he was severely injured in an instant. In a short while, Shui Tengxi's body was penetrated by Yi Tian's 5 spears, and the 5th sequence to the Tao rule shattered his vitality and completely killed him. Chapter 2853 Support Other Fortresses. The status of Shui Tengxi is much more noble than the other 8-level illusory demons, and even nobler than the ordinary 9-level illusory demons. It can be said that killing a blood vine child is more painful than killing a 9th-level illusory demon. It stands to reason that under the circumstance that Su Yuzhu was stopped, only a number of 9-level Taoist realm can surround and kill Shui Tengxi. Therefore, Shui Tengxi never thought that he would be killed. The ultimate Tao Void Demon was defeated, and a large number of clansmen were killed. Shui Hu was in a very bad mood. He took a look and found that many of the 8-level illusory demons did not return, not even Shui Tengxi and the 9th-level illusory demon. Where's the blood vine? Blood Hub asked. A 6th-level virtuous demon hurriedly reported. Lord Shuihu, His Royal Highness Shui Tengxi, has fallen. What? Blood vine child has fallen? Shuihu felt that he was in a lot of trouble. This time the loss was too great. He was bound to be sent to the Blood River Fortress. Thinking of this, he showed despair. Winter Night Fortress. This time, Yi Tian made a lot of military exploits. After the Congenital Plains Alliance deduced, he directly gave him 300 million military exploits. With so many merits, Yi Tian did not continue to exchange for materials such as bloodstone, because after he broke through to the 7th level of the Tao realm, the blood spiritual liquid would not help him much, and he needed a huge amount of blood spiritual liquid to have hope. Raise his cultivation base to the 7th level to the peak of the Tao realm. It is not worthwhile to exchange military exploits for materials such as bloodstone. So, he applied to exchange for the Black Abyss Devouring Stone. The Black Abyss Devouring Stone doesn't help the Innate Realm Alliance very much, they should agree. Yi Tian said secretly. Soon, Innate Yuan Alliance replied. Agree. It didn't take long for Yi Tian to exchange the battle merits for a pile of Heiyuan Devouring Stones. Master Yi, the item has been delivered. The black-clothed guard put down his things and left. It is indeed the Black Abyss Devouring Stone. Seeing these Black Abyss Swallowing Stones, he was in a very good mood. With so many Black Abysses swallowing stones, there is a high probability that his 5th sequence to Tao rule can be raised to a realm of more than 60%. Moreover, in the future, he can also use his military exploits to exchange, and when this catastrophe ends, he will most likely be able to comprehend the 5th order to Tao rules to the 100% perfect state. At that time, how terrifying his strength will be. Practice. Yi Tian started the ascetic cultivation, relying on the swallowing and refining the Black Abyss Swallowing Stone to comprehend the 5th sequence of the rules of the Tao. As the years passed, Yi Tian's 5th sequence to Tao rules rapidly improved. Unconsciously, another attack from the Void Demon's side came. However, the Winter Night Fortress did not encounter too violent an attack. It was just a simple attack by a Supreme Tao monster and a few Supreme Tao Void Demon cannon fodder, dragging the Winter Night Fortress's Supreme Tao realm. Obviously, the Void Demon's side temporarily gave up attacking the Winter Night Fortress. Mainly still not worth it. The Shantian Yuan on the side of the Winter Night Fortress is not strong, and there are not many sources. It is not worth continuing to invest in combat power. If it continues to lose, even if the source of the Shantian Yuan is swallowed up, it will not be able to make up for the loss. The ultimate Tao Void Demon is not a brainless death. Their purpose is to cultivate more 9-level ultimate Tao Void Demon, and if they earn it, they will continue to attack. If they knew that they would lose money, they would not attack. When the Tao Void Demon invades, I will be much more relaxed, and I just have more time to practice. Yi Tian thought so. Before you know it, more than 3,000 years of Zidao era have passed. The Supreme Tao Void Demon has invaded many times, but there is nothing to do in the Winter Night Fortress. However, other fortresses are under great pressure. More than 30 fortresses have been breached. Although the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance dispatched a large army to support in time, some Shantian Yuanyuan were still broken by the void demon, which devoured the source and the entire Shantian Yuanyuan. The domain has been reduced to countless fragments. And by devouring the origin of the innate primordial realm, the Supreme Tao Illusory Demon gave birth to a number of 9-level Supreme Tao Illusory Demons with top combat power. For the Supreme Tao Void Demon, it doesn't matter how much the Supreme Tao Void Demon loses, or even a few ordinary 9th Tao Void Demons, as long as a 9th level Supreme Tao realm with top bloodline is born, it will make a lot of money. This day, Lord Su Yu came to Yi Tian. Master Yi, according to the above requirements, I hope you will send clones to support other fortresses, said Master Su. Alright, which fortress to support? Yi Tian asked. Fortress of Eternal Night, Lord Su Yu said. The invasion that just retreated, the fortress of Eternal Night Fortress was killed in battle, and the 6 domain owners were killed. The fortress will be destroyed. Now there is a serious shortage of Tao realms stationed in the Eternal Night Fortress, so I hope that the Lord of Yu can provide support. 1. For flowers. Okay, I'll go right now. Yi Tian directly dispatched 2 copies of the body, which is equivalent to the combat power of the 2 9th level Taoist realm. Eternal Night Fortress. Yi lived here, so he didn't retreat and practice, and he didn't care about other things. After a period of time, the Supreme Tao Void Demon invaded again. Yi Tian's shot made the Supreme Tao Void Demon out of reach, and a large number of the Supreme Tao Void Demon were killed, successfully allowing the Evernight Fortress to survive the crisis. But, a few hundred years later, a day after the era of Tao, a phantom demon of the 9th level of top combat power directly attacked and killed Yi Tian. Yi Tian's 2 duplicate bodies desperately dragged on for a while, and this allowed the support of the Innate Realm Alliance to arrive. However, his 2 duplicate bodies died in battle, and the great formation of the Evernight Fortress was damaged, but not seriously. That top 9th level illusory demon is too shameless, it's just the Yongye Fortress, and he went to attack. Yi Tian was very helpless. Of course, the loss of 2 duplicate bodies was nothing to him, and he quickly added 2 duplicate bodies, which made Lord Su Yu stunned. Time flies. Before the catastrophe passed, there were probably only more than 1,000 years of Zidao era left. At this time, the invasion of Zidao void demons had been greatly reduced, but the innate Yuanyuan alliance did not dare to relax. And, many of the troops of the innate field have been transferred to the Blood River Fortress. The Supreme Tao Void Demon also placed many Supreme Tao Void Demons in the Blood River Fortress. Winter Night Fortress. Master Yu, the innate UNU alliance asked us all to go to the Blood River Fortress. You have to send at least 3 clones. Said Master Su Yu. There is no defense in other places. Yi Tian wondered. Su Yu said, the high-level deductions have been made. The Supreme Tao Void Demon will go all out to attack the Blood River Fortress. The Blood River Fortress is connected to the 6 top-level innate primordial domains. The 8-fold Supreme Tao Void Demon devoured it, enough for him to comprehend the 4th sequence of the Supreme Tao rules. On the side of the Supreme Tao False Demon, there is a 8-fold Supreme Tao Illusory Demon who has comprehended the 5th sequence of the Supreme Tao rules to 100% realm, and has the strongest bloodline. Once he comprehends the 4th sequence to the Tao rule, he can break through to the realm of the 9th level to the Illusory Demon, and the combat power is invincible in the 9th level to the Illusory Demon. 1. It is so. Yi Tian understood the corpse. Chapter 2854 Battle of Blood River Fortress. How terrifying a 9th level Tao realm with supreme bloodline would be, Yi Tian knew just thinking about it. This is like letting his cultivation break through to the 9th level Tao realm. Even a genius like Su Yuzhu will be instantly killed without any resistance. It is extremely difficult to go to the supreme Tao realm of the strongest and the highest Tao, and it is extremely difficult to become the 7th realm, let alone the 9th realm. It is impossible for the Congenital Planes Alliance to sit back and watch the Void Demon give birth to a 9th level Void Demon with the strongest bloodline, so it will do its best to protect the Blood River Fortress. Subsequently, Yi Tian's 3 cloned bodies went to the Blood River Fortress together with Lord Su Yu, but he also placed almost all the other cloned bodies in the Winter Night Fortress to prevent the Winter Night Fortress from being breached. He doesn't care if the Blood River Fortress is broken or not, he just has to deal with the Innate Realm Alliance. The Winter Night Fortress is the place he is most concerned about, and there must be no 7 incidents here. Blood River Fortress. Yi Tian came here and assigned a mansion, and in the absence of the invasion of the Supreme Tao Void Demon, he practiced here as usual. However, he also occasionally went out to strengthen the senior management of the Innate Original Domain Alliance. The innate Yuan alliance belongs to the idol alliance, but the highest level has terrifying rights. First of all, the real chess players of the innate UNU alliance are those elders. Anyway, he has never seen or heard the information about these elders, it seems very mysterious. Even in the disaster, these elders did not come out. Under the elders, even the elder-level old monsters rarely emerge, and they only occasionally issue orders in the supreme void. Next are the deacons. These deacons are undoubtedly the powerhouses of the 9th-level Taoist realm, and Su Yuzhu is the new deacon, whose status is above Yi Tian. The following are the official members. The strength is uneven, and the number is also large. But there is no doubt that even the official members have a very high status, at least they have entered the circle of the Shantian Yuan alliance. In addition to knowing Lord Su Yu, Yi Tian has also met several deacons, and he now has a lot of fame in the Shantian Yuan alliance. After all, he has killed too many supreme Tao realms, and he also has the ability to clone himself and has a high life-saving ability. Therefore, many deacons of the innate Yuan alliance are also willing to make friends with him. But the existence of the elder level can be seen in the supreme void at most, but don't even think about knowing it. More and more 9th-level Tao realm came to the Blood River Fortress. The innate Yuan alliance really attaches great importance to the Blood River Fortress. 1. Yi Tian muttered. Moreover, he also saw an acquaintance plus a fellow, Teibai Sword Master. At this time, the Teibai Sword Master is still at the 6th level to the peak of the Taoist realm, but his breath is more condensed. In a place like the Blood River Fortress, Sword Master Teibai dared to come, which was undoubtedly a risk. I don't know whether Sword Master Teibai was forcibly drawn over, or he was the main one. Yi Tian, you are here too. Sword Master Teibai saw Yi Tian and walked over. He was very surprised when he noticed that Yi Tian's cultivation had reached the 7th level Tao realm. Not to mention the progress of the rules of the Tao, just the speed of the improvement of the cultivation base is too fast. In the midst of catastrophe, it is too late to save one's life. How can there be time to cultivate? Sword Master Teibai, the Blood River battlefield is very dangerous, even the 9th level to the Taoist realm may fall. Why do you want to come here? Yi Tian asked. The Teibai Sword Master said helplessly, I'm just a little bit closer to redeeming the 6th sequence rule items. It's hard to get military exploits elsewhere, so I just wanted to take the opportunity to make a fortune, and then I'll directly apply for the 6th sequence exchange. Ultimate Tao rule item. In this way, I can comprehend the 6th sequence of the ultimate Tao rule, and I can go to the 7th level ultimate Tao realm. He has even prepared the treasure resources to hit the 7th level Tao realm. Once he understands the 6th sequence Tao superior rules, he can immediately attack the 7th level Tao realm, and the success rate is absolutely close to 100%. Then wish you all the best. Yi Tian said. Another time passed. The Void Demon is finally here. Outside the Blood River Fortress. Yi Tian looked at the densely packed Tao illusory demons. Almost all of them were above the 6th level Tao illusory devil, the 7th level Tao illusory devil, the 8th level Tao illusory devil, and even the 9th level Tao illusory devil, and there were a lot of them. Compared with this place, the battlefield of Winter Night Fortress is simply nothing. Yi Tian felt his scalp numb when he saw so many supreme Tao void demons. Boom! The two sides began to collide and fight. Yi Tian's 3 replicated bodies are also in 3 areas. A void demon of the 8th level to Tao wanted to kill Yi Tian at will, but was instantly killed by Yi Tian. His current 5th sequence to Tao rules have already comprehended 80% of the realm. This is because he has been constantly exchanging the Black Abyss Devouring Stone for a long time, refining and comprehending the 5th sequence Supreme Tao rules. Therefore, his 5th sequence to Tao rules progressed so quickly. He intends to use this battle to earn more military exploits in exchange for more Black Abyss Devouring Stones. Perhaps, he has a way to comprehend the 5th sequence to Tao rules to 100%. Puff puff. A large number of 7th level void demons were killed by Yi Tian, but he was quickly targeted by a 9th level void demon. Boom. He was constantly fighting with that 9th level void demon, and he didn't have time to kill other void demons. But, he also fought desperately, completely ignoring the injury, vowing to inflict heavy damage on the opponent. And the 9th level Tao Void Demon was also frightened by Yi Tian's ruthlessness, and the opponent's strength was really not good, and he was injured in a short while. After, a 9th level to Tao realm just solved the other side, came to assist Yi Tian, and both sides quickly killed the 9th level to Tao Void Demon. On the battlefield of Blood River Fortress. The 6th level illusory demon and even the 7th level illusory demon are almost all cannon fodder, and even the 8th level illusory demon may be killed in seconds. A moment, a powerful man who can be called the invincible 9th level Dao Void demon directly annihilated an area when he shot. A copy of Yi Tian's body did not dodge and was directly bombarded to death. This is a very unfortunate situation, but it is even more unfortunate that other Supreme Dao realms lose their lives before they can even resist. Sudden, a certain node in the Blood River Fortress was destroyed. Yi Tian rushed over to support it. When he went, the node had been partially destroyed, affecting the great formation of the Blood River Fortress. Certainly, the battles of these nodes are all minor problems, and it mainly depends on the main battlefield. Node 1 location, Emperor Luo Risen, the fortress of the Blood River Fortress, is fighting against a powerful man called Shui Ti, who can be called the invincible 9th level virtual demon. Their strength is indistinguishable, but not long after, a young man suddenly appeared, his right hand crossed countless voids, and a blow penetrated Shui Ti's body, severely injuring Shui Ti. Shui Ti quickly pulled away and looked at the young man in horror. Emperor Changsheng, why are you back? Chapter 2855 Longevity Emperor Su Changsheng. Longevity Emperor Su Changsheng, the peerless evildoer of the Su clan of the Innate Plains Alliance, although he did not follow the path of the Supreme Path, he was second only to the path of the Supreme Path. In order to reach the pinnacle of the 9th level Taoist realm, his combat power is truly invincible in the 9th level Taoist realm. It can be said that if the 9th level Supreme Dao realm who is on the road to the Supreme Dao does not comprehend the third sequence of Supreme Dao rules, his strength will only be comparable to that of Su Changsheng. This time, the Dao illusory demon only wants to cultivate a strong man like the Emperor of Longevity, then everything is worth it, no matter how much the loss is, the Dao illusory demon is worth it. Emperor Changsheng, according to the agreement, you are not allowed to participate in the war. Shui Tian was horrified. Su Changsheng sneered. Who said that I am not allowed to participate in the war? Our agreement is only to say that the 9-level Supreme Realm who is on the path of Xian and Supreme Dao is not allowed to participate in the war. I am not walking the path of Xian and Supreme Dao. Shui Ti was speechless. Su Changsheng was indeed not taking the path of being the strongest and the best, but comprehending the rules of the third sequence. Is this different from taking the path of being the strongest? Under normal circumstances, comprehending the third order Dao to Dao rules can break through to the 9th level Supreme Dao realm, but Su Changsheng insisted on breaking through and stayed at the 9th level Supreme Dao realm. There was also news that 29 Su Changsheng's foundation had been damaged, and he had been taking care of his foundation, so he couldn't break through. In this battle, Su Changsheng was a bug in the agreement. In the past, the Supreme Dao Void Demon did not consider Su Changsheng because Su Changsheng was not on the side of the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance, and went to a very distant place to seek opportunities. As a result, Su Changsheng is back now, and he has not even been perceived by the upper echelons of the Dao Void Demon. That group of old guys didn't even know that Changsheng Emperor Su Changsheng came back, damn it. Shui Ti is very flustered now, he is afraid that Emperor Changsheng will kill him. With the strength of Emperor Changsheng, if he wanted to kill him, he would not be able to run away. However, Su Changsheng did not kill Shui Ti. Get out now, I don't have to kill you. Su Changsheng said. Retreat. Shui Ti immediately ordered, and then the first to escape. He was afraid that Su Changsheng would return. After Shui Ti waited until the Dao Shu demon left, the true Emperor Sunset asked, Emperor Changsheng, why did you let them go? Su Changsheng sighed, it's not that I don't want to kill him, it's that I can't. Just now, the will of the illusory old monsters is here, and they will come at any time. If they kill other illusory demons, that's all, but Shui Ti can't be killed. I'm worried that the illusory demon side will overturn the chess game and will not obey the rules. In terms of overall strength, we are still weak. Can we really have a full-scale war? Total war. The true emperor of the setting sun would not dare to cause such a situation. In that case, even the 9th level Dao realm would be ants, and perhaps even the countless Shantian Yuanyuan under the Shantian Yuanyuan alliance would be smashed to pieces. Of course, the void demon's side would not be much better. But the price is too high. For the innate Yuanyuan alliance, the so-called catastrophe is just a small fight, and it does not affect too much. As a senior deacon of the innate Yuanyuan alliance, true Emperor Sunset is very clear about this. If it really causes a full-scale war, or escalates the situation, those elders will not let him go. Shui Ti cannot be killed, but other illusory demons can be killed. As a result, a large number of Supreme Dao realm are chasing and killing Supreme Dao Void Demon. Yi Tian is one of them. He slaughtered wildly, just to reap the merits. Soon, the void demons completely retreated, leaving only countless corpses, and in this battle, the Blood River Fortress was defended. And Yi Tian also sensed the battle situation of Node 1. Emperor Changsheng, Su Changsheng, such a terrifying powerhouse, severely damaged the most powerful existence of the Void Demon in this battle, causing the Void Demon to retreat. Yi Tian said with emotion. Blood River Fortress. Yi Tian came back, but he had nothing to do, just lost a duplicate body. However, in this battle, the Blood River Fortress suffered heavy losses, and many of the Supreme Dao realm fell, many of which were 9-level Supreme Dao Void Demons. At this time, Yi Tian also heard some complaints, saying why Emperor Changsheng didn't come out earlier. If he appeared earlier, the other Supreme Dao realm would not die. But soon, no one dared to talk about it, because everyone was invited to chat. Master Su Yu, are you injured? When Yi Tian came to look for Lord Su Yu, he found that the other party's injuries were not light. A small injury was injured by a top 9th level Void Demon. Lord Su Yu smiled. At this time, Yi Tian asked, Master Su Yu, is that Emperor Longevity from your Su clan? Yes, Lord Su Yu said. However, I do not belong to the same line as Emperor Changsheng, he is from another line of the Su clan. In terms of seniority, I am tens of thousands of generations behind him. Of course, in the Su clan, there are too many people. Do not pay attention to seniority, only pay attention to strength. If Emperor Changsheng is so powerful, the Supreme Dao Void Demon should not dare to invade next, right? Yi Tian asked. Lord Su Yu took a deep look at Yi Tian. Master Yi, you also really want to know why Emperor Changsheng has not appeared until the end, right? A little bit. Yi Tian nodded slightly. Lord Su Yu said. I can reveal a little, but don't talk nonsense in the outside world. In fact, Emperor Changsheng doesn't want to do this either, but the so-called catastrophe is just a chess game, just to let the Taoist Void Demon vent out. It is also the two sides. Agreement. Agreement, Yi Tian wondered. Lord Su Yu continued. Do you think the Supreme Dao Void Demon and the Shantian 577 Yuan Alliance really care about these battles? No, they don't care. For them, this is just a trial. Said that this was a catastrophe, but the senior officials of the innate Yuan Alliance didn't care. Did you see the elders appear? Did the elders appear? They don't care, they just don't want to have a higher level battle with the high level illusory demon. If you can only carry out such a war, lose some of the realm of the Tao, and let the virtual demon of the Tao break through some of the innate realms, everyone will be very happy. If the scale of the war rises above the 9th level to the illusory demon, it will be terrifying, and countless innate domains will be smashed into pieces, and the consequences will be even more serious. In the case of not allowing the Xian bloodline or going to the 9th level to the Dao realm to participate in the battle, the Emperor Changsheng is invincible. If he appears at the beginning, the Void Demon will be unable to fight, and the agreement will definitely be torn. Changes will occur in the war, and it will develop to an unpredictable degree. Therefore, the above does not allow the Emperor Changsheng to take action. Now, it was not long before the catastrophe ended, and the Emperor made a move, and he did not kill a Taoist illusory demon, and the Taoist illusory demon would not directly tear up the agreement, and probably endured it. Quote. After listening to Lord Su Yu's words, Yi Tian understood a little. Generally speaking, the innate Yuan Alliance is still afraid of the high-level Dao Void Demon, does not want to expand the war, does not want to spread to itself, that's all. Chapter 2856 After the catastrophe. From Su Yuju's words, we can know that the so-called catastrophe is really nothing. And his current strength is really nothing. I thought my strength was comparable to that of the 9th level Taoist realm, and I was already a strong player in the innate Yuan Alliance, but now it seems that I am still weak. Yi Tian thought to himself. Even the immortal emperor who is invincible from the 9th level to the Taoist realm has to listen to those elders and elders. What is his strength? In the years that followed, Yi Tian was practicing and comprehending the 5th sequence to Tao rules. And for a long time, the Supreme Tao Void Demon did not continue to invade the Blood River Fortress. But soon after, a news came that the 6 small fortresses were breached by the Void Demon, which seemed to be the revenge of the Void Demon. When the support of the innate Yuan Alliance arrived, they all fled, and even took those innate Yuan all destroyed. If it is said that the senior officials of the innate Yuan Alliance cannot predict this kind of thing in advance, he does not believe it. More likely, ignore it. That's right, the Shantian Yuan Alliance directly ignored their invasion. They didn't want to anger the upper echelons of the Tao Void Demon. At the expense of these Shantian Yuan, they would calm their anger, as long as they could keep the Blood River Fortress and not expand the war. Thinking of this, Yi Tian shivered all over. If the innate Yuan alliance gave up the Winter Night Fortress, then the Winter Night Fortress would definitely be finished. The Lord of Su Yu is in the Winter Night Fortress, and her status in the Su clan is not low. How could the innate Yuan alliance give up the Winter Night Fortress? Yi Tian secretly said. The main thing is strength. If he is strong, he can ignore everything. The first goal is to first cultivate the fifth sequence to Tao rules to a 10% perfect state, and then find a way to comprehend the fourth sequence to Tao rules. Yi Tian secretly said. Time flies, and the day when the catastrophe ends is getting closer and closer. Although the ultimate Tao Void demons also attack the major fortresses one after another, they did not invest too much troops and seemed to be training troops, and the innate Yuan alliance was also very cooperative and would not dispatch powerful Tao realm. Another time passed. Yi Tian met the Teibai Sword Master. At this time, the Teibai Sword Master had broken through to the 7th level Taoist realm. Obviously, he used his military exploits to exchange the 6th order Taoist rule items and understood the 6th order Taoist rule. Only then did he enter the 7th level. To the realm. Master Teibai, congratulations. Yi Tian congratulated. Yi Tian, my strength is nothing, compared with you, the gap is too big. Teibai Sword Master said quickly. The two chatted for a while and then separated. In the following days, the Blood River Fortress and the Winter Night Fortress will have nothing to do, so he can practice with peace of mind. Finally, when the catastrophe was about to end, Yi Tian's 5th sequence rule of the Tao was finally raised to the 100% realm. The 5th sequence to the Tao rules are complete, and many of the 9 layer to the Tao realm can't do it. Yi Tian said excitedly, but when he thinks that Emperor Changsheng comprehends the 3rd sequence of Taoist rules in the 9-fold Taoist realm, his achievement is not worth mentioning. You have to keep working hard. Yi Tian thought to himself. The origin of the promised domain has awakened. Yi Tian sensed it, and the source of the promised domain seemed to have improved a little. This is a good thing for Wujiu. And this also means that the catastrophe is over. And for a long time, at least the Tao Void Demon will not invade the innate realm on a large scale. Of course, those 3rd level battlefields, 4th level battlefields, and 5th level battlefields will definitely continue, which is equivalent to training for both sides. Teizu Palace. Palace Master Teizu came back alive, but not all of the Supreme Tao realm came back alive, even Yi Tian couldn't completely protect these people. Comparing to the Tao realm of other innate primordial realms, the Wuji realm Tao realm is undoubtedly very good. On the contrary, those in the Promise Heavenly Palace suffered heavy losses. When they went there, they were at the 15th or 7th level. Only 5 of them came back to the 7th level. The loss was enormous. After she came back, Palace Master Teizu announced her retreat. This time, she also gained some military exploits, mainly because of Yi Tian's light, and she also exchanged a lot of resources. Although there is no hope of hitting the 8th order ultimate realm, there is no problem in comprehending the 7th sequence ultimate realm to the 100% perfect realm. Moreover, it will not be long before the Teizu Palace will give birth to a lot of 7th level Taoist realms, and the entire Promise realm will have a lot of 7th level Taoist realms. After all, many 6th level Supreme Tao realms have exchanged the 7th sequence Supreme Tao rule items. This type of Supreme Tao rule item is not of high value. Many of the 6th level Supreme Tao realms who follow Yi Tian can use their military exploits to exchange for a copy. Promise Temple. Lu Ti Tianzun saw that Wuji Tiangong suffered such a heavy loss, and he was also glad that he did not go. But when he saw the birth of the 7th Tao realm of Teizu Palace one after another, his heart was full of jealousy. Of course, when he heard about Yi Tian's record, he was trembling all over, not daring to have the slightest dissatisfaction. Yi Tian's strength has grown so terrifyingly, that he has even killed the 9th level Tao Void Demon, and not just one. Hundreds of the 8th level Tao realm have been killed, this is too exaggerated. Lu Ti Tianzun was shocked. The Wuji Heavenly Emperor was just a not so powerful 8th level Taoist realm. Those 8th level Taoist void demons killed by Yi Tian were estimated to be more powerful than the Wuji Heavenly Emperor. Unexpectedly, in a short period of time, even the Wuji Heavenly Emperor was an ant in Yi Tian's eyes. The era of Wuji Tiangong's domination of Wuji territory has passed. Even if Lord Wuji Tiandi gets rid of the seal, it will not help. Lu Ti Tianzun secretly said. Next, he also prepared to stay in the Wuji temple to enjoy himself, and he didn't dare to think about other things. After the catastrophe, another 3,000 Zidao eras passed. The impact of the catastrophe has gradually passed, and the major innate fields are recovering, and a strong person is born. The same is true of the three extremes. During this period, Li Jiaojiao successively extended births and enjoyed the 7th level to the Taoist realm. Among them, the human race also gave birth to a large number of Taoist realms, and Yi Tian's son Yi Xingchen became the 4th level Taoist realm. This is Yi Tian's crazy cultivation. Moreover, Yi Tian also let Yi Xingchen comprehend all kinds of Taoist rule items. Now, Yi Xingchen has also comprehended the rules of the 6th sequence of the Tao, and the combat power is invincible in the 7th realm of the Tao. In addition, Yi Tian also took advantage of his authority to withdraw the true Tao field battle array in Wuji field. After all, his hometown is still in the battlefield, and he naturally wants to complete this battlefield. Moreover, it is only a 3rd level battlefield, and it will be removed if it is removed. With the withdrawal of the battlefield, the human race came out from the land of eternity and gradually spread throughout the entire boundless domain. Chapter 2857 The Lord of the Soviet Union is invited, the opportunity has come. Phew, the cultivation base has finally broken through to the 7th level to the middle stage of Tao realm. Feeling the slightly improved strength, Yi Tian secretly thought. It has to be said that it is simply too difficult to continue to improve one's strength after one's cultivation has reached the 7th level of Taoism. He spent a lot of resources. If he hadn't killed a lot of Supreme Tao Void demons and gained a lot of resources and combat achievements, he really couldn't stand such resource consumption. Fortunately, he still made a breakthrough, and the next step is to raise his cultivation to the 7th level to the late stage of Tao realm. As for the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao, he still has no clue at all. It would be unimaginable how much life and energy it would take to comprehend the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules by himself without the help of external objects. However, on this day, Lord Su came to look for him. Winter Night Stronghold, Yi Tian meets with Su Yuzhu. Lord Su Yu, why did you find me? Yi Tian asked straight to the point. Master Su smiled and said, is there something for Master Yi to ask for help? Looking for my help? Yi Tian was surprised. Lord Su, you are from the Su tribe. There are countless strong people in the Su tribe. Even your strength is above mine. What can I do to help you? Lord Su Yu said. Lord Yi Yu, only you can help me with this matter, because the other supreme realms of the Su people dare not take risks, but Yi Yuzhu, you dare to take risks, you have many avatars. And the price of refining it should not be too high, and you are on the road of Xion to Tao 773, and you can leapfrog to fight, so I can only ask you for help. Afterwards, under the narration of Su Yuzhu, Yi Tian knew what was going on. It turned out that Lord Su discovered a treasure land. This treasure land is very dangerous, and only the 7th level Tao realm is allowed to enter. If the 8th level Tao realm enters, the strength will be suppressed by more than 10 times. No one in the 8th level Tao realm dared to enter. The Lord Su was even more afraid to go in, but she discovered this treasure land and sent her own clansmen to occupy it, so this treasure land was under her control. But if she can't get in, she can't get the resources and treasures inside. Lord Yi, I will send a large number of 7th level to Tao realm to cooperate with you. You can get 30% of the resources you find. Lord Su said. 30%. Yi Tian also knew that this was a lot of resources. If it wasn't for the Lord Su, he wouldn't know where. Lord Su, why did you get some resources? You don't know how to find me so urgently. Is there anything good in that treasure land? Yi Tian asked. Lord Su Yu nodded. There are indeed good things, and the treasure land has a high probability of having items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules. What? Yi Tian was shocked. Are you sure? Yi Tian excitedly asked. I'm not 100% sure. Lord Su said truthfully. I asked an ancestor in the clan to deduce it, and the result of the deduction is that there is such a treasure in that treasure land, but I'm not sure whether it is the 4th sequence of perfect level or not. Tao rule item. What is the 4th sequence of perfect items? Yi Tian asked. Su territory lord and Tao miraculous object. Give an example. The supreme Tao rule item obtained from the supreme Tao strange object is the 4th sequence of the perfect level supreme rule item. There is no harm in refining such supreme Tao rule items. And the perfect level quality are top quality, high quality, medium quality, low quality, and inferior quality. For example, the Black Abyss Devouring Stone and the Purple Ruins Devouring Stone are inferior quality supreme rule items. Once refined, they will be useless. Ultimately, at least a high quality rule of the road item is required. If it is refined in a small amount, it will not affect the future too much. Refining too much will not work either. So it is. Yi Tian understood. Immediately, He agreed straight away. Lord Su, I agree. Why didn't he agree to such a good thing? If he really got the item of the fourth sequence of supreme law, no matter what quality it is, he would dare to refine it, so as to comprehend the fourth sequence of supreme law. What is the probability of the fourth sequence of supreme Tao rules? Many ninefold supreme Tao realms will never be able to comprehend. Knowing that the treasure land possesses the fourth sequence of supreme Tao rules, why is the Lord Su not in a hurry? But it must be very dangerous there. The Lord of the Su region must have sent the seventh layer to the Tao realm to enter before that, but the loss was too heavy. No other seventh layer to the Tao Ahaj realm was willing to go in. If the strength is not enough, no matter how many people go in, they will die. As for the seventh level of Taoism, which is the most powerful and Taoist, the Su Yuzhu can definitely afford it, but he dare not take risks. Virtual domain. Broken Shu River. Yi Tian and Su Yuzhu came here. Yi Tian came to this area for the first time and didn't know much about it. The Lord of the Su territory introduced to Yi Tian, this is the broken virtual river in the virtual domain. The virtual domain is very large, and the territory where the congenital original domain alliance and the supreme virtual demon live can only be regarded as a part of the virtual domain. Outside of this area, there are also sporadic treasure lands. It takes a long time to find them. And Suishu River is such a place. The resources here are poor, but I unexpectedly discovered that a new treasure land was born here, so occupy early. Won't the supreme Tao ghosts invade here? Yi Tian asked. Yes, Lord Su affirmed. But they don't know about this place now, it's far away from the Zidao Void Demon tribe, and it's unlikely that they will come here. That's why I was in a hurry to occupy this place, and then mine the resources inside, and looking for the fourth sequence of Tao rule items. Soon, they came to the entrance of the treasure land. It was a black crack, and the other side of the crack was the treasure land. At the entrance of the crack, a man named 7th Stage Daojing sits here, and there are several eightfold arrivals of Daojing. Lord Yi, these 7th level Tao realms will follow you in. Said Lord Su. It is good. Yi Tian nodded. These 7th level Tao realms are actually of no help to him, but why did the Lord Su let these 7th level Tao realms go in with him? He naturally abandoned the reason. Just surveillance. If he goes in, finds the items of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules, directly retreats inside and uses up these items of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules, wouldn't he be a Su territory master? She also had this worry, so she let some of the 7th level Supreme Tao realm go in. Unless Yi Tian kills all the 7 levels to the Tao realm, he will be exposed. But he would never dare to do that. If it were him, he would do the same. So, nothing to be mad about. You go in with Master Yi. Lord Su ordered. Yes, numerous 7 level to the Tao realm should be said. Immediately, Yi Tian passed through the crack with these 7-fold Supreme Tao realms, and entered this treasure land. After Yi Tian left, Lord Su murmured, Lord Yi, I hope you can find the items of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules. If it can be found, as long as it is of high quality or above, she is expected to surpass the 9th level and reach the Tao realm. Reference 2858 Blackwater, the fourth sequence of Tao rule items. Come in. Yi Tian took a look at the 7th level realm behind him, and found that they were a little scared. After all, this place is extremely dangerous. Many of the 7th level Supreme Tao realm that came in before have fallen, and even one of the 7th highest level Tao realm who walked the path of the strongest Taoism has fallen. They also know it, so they are afraid that Yi Tian will not be able to protect them. However, the Su domain masters have a high status in the Su tribe, and they belong to the Su tribe, so naturally they dare not disobey the orders of the Su domain masters. Something is coming. Yi Tian's words made all the 7th level Taoists present tremble, for fear of being killed. In an instant, a strange black figure appeared. He couldn't see his appearance clearly, but his aura was extremely powerful, enough to rival the top 8th level of Taoism. Die. With a wave of Yi Tian's hand, the 5th sequence of Supreme Tao rules penetrated the opponent's body, instantly killing it. This scene made these 7th level Taoists breathe a sigh of relief. Go ahead, Yi Tian said. Yes, numerous 7 level to the Tao realm should be said. Immediately, they moved on. Along the way, when he encounters creatures in the treasure land, he directly kills them, and the resources he gets are collected by him, and after they go out, he only needs to keep 30%. Time passed slowly. Yi Tian and this group of 7-level Supreme Tao realm searched for resources bit by bit, mainly looking for items that contained the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules. But never found it. However, this treasure land is also very large, and they are not in a hurry. It has to be said that the resources of this treasure land are still very rich, many of which are of great value to the Yakong Dao realm, but the resources that are useful to the Nine Chong Dao realm are very rare. Not many, but if he really wants to collect all the resources of this treasure land, he can still find a lot of good things. Once he gets 30% of it, he can also advance his cultivation base to the 7th level to the late stage of Taoism in a short time. This group of 7th level to Dao realm has been staring at it. There is no way to condense and copy the body. Yi Tian secretly thought. His plan is to condense the real body to copy the body, and then hide in this treasure land, let the duplicate body search for resources at the other end of the treasure land, and if he finds an item containing the 4th sequence of Supreme Dao rules, he can take most of it away, leaving only give the next little bit to Lord Su. But with this group of 7th layer Supreme Dao realms here, he has no way to do this, and it is too easy to be discovered. We have to find a way to avoid this group of 7th level Supreme Dao realm. Yi Tian secretly thought. And this day, the opportunity came. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. A creature in the mist appeared, and its aura suddenly reached the level of invincibility from the 8th level to the Dao realm, between the 8th level to the Dao realm and the 9th level to the Dao realm. And these 7 level to Dao realm looked at this creature, completely unable to estimate the opponent's strength, and only felt that they were like ants. Through copying talent, Yi Tian knew that this creature was named Long's Fog Beast. Buzz. Long's Fog Beast sprayed out a large amount of mist, which contains the power of the 6th sequence of the rules of the road, which is roughly equivalent to the 6th sequence of the lane rules of the perfect realm. All of a sudden, these 7 levels of Dao realm completely lost their perception, unable to sense everything around them at all. What's even more frightening is that these fogs are eroding their will and corroding their bodies. Lord Yi Yu, save us. This group of Qizhong went to the Dao realm to seek the way. Buzz. Yi Tian used the 5th sequence of Supreme Dao rules to form a mask, protecting the group of 7th layer Supreme Dao realms, blocking the fog, and keeping them in a safe state. Subsequently, Yi Tian fought with this Long's Fog Beast. With his strength, it is possible to kill this Long's Fog Beast, and it won't take too long. However, Yi Tian didn't want to kill this Long's Mist Beast so quickly, but while fighting the opponent, he split his mind and condensed his real body to copy his body. Ha 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 ha, this Long's Fog Beast is really ingenious. Yi Tian quickly condensed and copied the body. It didn't take too long, the cloned body was successfully condensed, and those in the 7th level of Taoism couldn't perceive it yet. Walk. This duplicate body fled quickly and left from here, preparing to go to a remote place in this treasure land. As long as the 2 duplicate bodies don't touch and stay far away, they won't attract the attention of these 7 levels of Taoism. After a while, Yi Tian finally killed the Long's Fog Beast. Suddenly, the fog dissipated, and these 7th level to the Taoist realm finally breathed a sigh of relief. At this time, they couldn't help admiring Yi Tian's strength, even being able to kill such a terrifying creature. Zero seeking flowers. The other side. Yi Tian's other duplicate body has already left the group of 7th level Taoist realms far away, and he has not collected other resources unless he encounters very rare resources. Sequence to Dao rule items. Whether it's dangerous places or deep underground, they are all within the scope of his search. In addition, he doesn't fight other creatures either, at most he pushes them back, so as not to cause too strong fluctuations in the battle. In this way, the days passed slowly. Finally on this day, Yi Tian found an item. It was a drop of black water, containing wisps of the aura of the 4th sequence Supreme Law. It was hidden deep in a mine vein. If it wasn't for accidental digging of this group of mine veins, he really wouldn't be able to find it. Refine this drop of black water and try the effect. Yi Tian swallowed it in one gulp, and this drop of black water melted into every part of his body. No damage to the body, no damage to the origin. Yi Tian secretly thought. But the next moment, his will was affected, as if he had hallucinations, and his mood was affected. He disconnected this duplicated body from other duplicated bodies, which prevented other duplicated bodies from being affected. It affects the will and state of mind, but it can indeed comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Dao. Yi Tian murmured. Then, he estimated that just one drop of this black water is not enough to comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Dao, and more black water is needed. He continued to comprehend, and after a period of time, this drop of black water was consumed, but he was vaguely comprehending the 4th sequence of Supreme Law. Moreover, he intends to figure out the sequelae. The foundation of the will is damaged, but the biggest thing in the mind is the state of mind. Now his mood is unstable, he has hallucinations from time to time, and he can't control his physical body, as if he is sick. How can it be possible to be ill at the 7th level? It can only be said that there is a big problem with his mood. Copy other bodies first, and change another body. Subsequently, he changed his body, and only then did the effect get rid of it. After that, he worked hard to find this black water. Another day, he found a drop of black water again. This time he did not continue to refine it, but put it away, and when he found more black water, he refined the ink again. Chapter 2859 Eternal Night Black Water, Comprehend. Time flies, time flies. It's been a long time. Yi Tian led a group of 7th level Supreme Tao Realm, and has been wandering in this treasure land. The creatures in this treasure land are all kinds of strange, and some even have special abilities. Sometimes, it is not strong enough to protect this group of 7th level Taoists, and it is unavoidable that an accident will cause a 7th level Taoist to fall. After fighting again and again, plus looking for resources to collect and scrape, resting to restore strength, etc., time passed like this. A lot of resources have been obtained, but on the bright side, Yi Tian seems to have not found a single item of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao. Instead, it was another duplicate body, searching purposefully, and finally found 36 drops of the 4th sequence Supreme Rule item. We still have to find some black water, otherwise, after going out, it will be difficult for the Lord Su to explain. 950. Yi Tian murmured. Then, he also began to purposely lead this group of 7th level to the Tao realm to search for that kind of ore vein, breaking open the ore vein to find black water, but not every kind of ore vein will breed black water, it also depends on the probability. This day, Yi Tian led this group of 7th layer to Tao realm, found such a mine vein. After opening it, he really found a drop of black water. This group of 7th level to Tao realm also saw the importance of this drop of black water. They didn't say anything, but they remembered it in their hearts. And Yi Tian sealed this drop of black water, put it in the box and put it away. In the following years, Yi Tian found more than a dozen drops of black water one after another, and it was very difficult to continue to find black water. 10 drops of black water are enough to make a difference. Yi Tian murmured, and, with their footprints all over this treasure land, it's time to leave. Let's go out, Yi Tian said. Hearing this, the group of 7th level Taoists were very excited and breathed a sigh of relief. As long as you go out, there is no danger. Otherwise, when you come here, you will often encounter creatures that far surpass you. They are also in fear all the time. No one wants to live such a life. Broken Shoe River. Lord Su was still waiting here, with his eyes closed, practicing silently. Suddenly, she opened her eyes and looked at the crack. A group of 7-level Taoists came out. The leader is obviously Yi Tian. Lord Yi Yu, you finally came out. The Lord Su was excited. Well, it came out, and I found it. Yi Tian didn't say it clearly, but the Su Yuzhu heard it. Found it. Su Yuzhu was very excited. Afterwards, Yi Tian took out 10 drops of black water, and took out the countless resources found over the years. After reading these resources, those 7th level to Daojing made a little statistics, and communicated the results to Su Yuzhu. Accurate. After receiving these messages from the 7th level to Tao realm, Lord Su knew that Yi Tian was not greedy, so he smiled. Yi Yuzhu, 30% belongs to you, this is what we agreed. Immediately, the Su Yuzhu simply divided up these resources, and the completed resources fell into the hands of Yi Tian. As for the 10 drops of black water, Yi Tian was also given 3 drops. And Yi Tian also revealed a look of excitement, he must not be too calm. Lord Yi Yu, let's go back together. Subsequently, a group of knowers returned to the Soviet Union. Soviet region, Fort No. 1. After many Supreme Tao realms came here, Yi Tian bid farewell to Su Yuzhu and returned to Winter Night Fortress. And the master of the Soviet region has not gone to the Winter Night Fortress now, she is now sitting in the number 1 fortress of the Soviet region. After Yi Tian left, Su Yalai, the lord of the Soviet region, came to the Soviet region and met an old ancestor of the Su tribe, who was also an elder of the Congenital Origin Alliance. Patriarch Kiming, this is the 4th sequence Supreme Rule item that Yar obtained. Patriarch is good at deduction. Can you tell me what quality it is and what is the price for taking it? Su Ya asked. In the depths of a palace in Su Yu, a pair of pupils opened, looking at the black water through the void. No need to deduce, this is eternal night black water, high quality, relatively large sequelae, will affect the state of mind and will, even if it is refined a drop, it will affect the state of mind, often produce hallucinations and physical discomfort, and affect the combat effectiveness. The clan applies for a supreme profound sage heart fruit, and taking it can protect the state of mind from being damaged. As for the damage to the will, it can be recovered by repairing tens of thousands of Supreme Tao era. Patriarch Kiming pointed out. Thank you, Patriarch. Su Ya resigned. Subsequently, she went to the clan to apply for the supreme profound sage heart fruit. The heart fruit of Taishuan sage is extremely rare and of high value. Even with her status, she can only apply for one. Soon, she applied for Taishuan Sheng's wish. I have to remind Yi Yuzhu, otherwise he will refine the eternal night black water, and it will be bad. Winter Night Stronghold. Not long after Yi Tian came back, he received a summons from the Lord of Su Yu. Eternal night black water. Su Yuzhu is not bad, at least remind me, but unfortunately I am not afraid of this sequelae at all. Yi Tian smiled secretly. Next, he also had to refine the black water of eternal night to comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao. Soon, he began to refine the second drop of eternal night black water. Will damaged? Don't care. If your mood is affected, just ignore it. Anyway, as long as you understand a drop of eternal night black water, you will directly scrap this duplicate body. And just like that, time passed. A long time passed. Yi Tian's body is permeated with the fourth sequence of Supreme Law, although it is very faint, but it is indeed the fourth sequence of Supreme Law. And his body has also undergone slight changes under the influence of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules. And after comprehending the rules of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao, his strength has also undergone an earth-shaking improvement. Now, I can easily kill a weaker 9th level Tao realm. Yi Tian murmured. 3.1. Subsequently, Yi Tian continued to refine the eternal night black water in his hand. He didn't plan to keep it. Anyway, his relatives couldn't let them refine the eternal night black water. When his strength improves in the future, he can definitely obtain better items of the fourth sequence of supreme rules, and there is no need to keep the eternal night black water. In this way, drops of eternal night black water were refined by Yi Tian, and his own fourth sequence of supreme Tao rules was improved little by little. Broken Shu River, inside the treasure land. Yi Tian also refined and exhausted all the eternal night black water in his hand. The rule of the fourth sequence of Taoism has been raised to 10% level, and the progress is not bad. Continue to search for the eternal night black water here, maybe you can find more eternal night black water. Yi Tian thought so. So, he continued to search for the black water of eternal night here, and time passed like this. Chapter 2860 Auction of Alliance Elders. I'm the only one in this treasure land. Since it's not easy to find the eternal night black water, then I'll overturn this treasure land. I don't believe I can't find more eternal night black water. In the following days, Yi Tian will sweep everything in this treasure land. Time passed slowly. This treasure land was destroyed badly by Yi Tian, but he still didn't give up, and any creature that dared to stop him was smashed into countless pieces by him. One area after another was destroyed by Yi Tian, and the entire treasure land was almost turned into ruins. But Yi Tian didn't care about it at all. Even if the Supreme Tao realm came in the future, he wouldn't be able to find him. A long time passed. Just when Yi Tian was disappointed that there could be no black water of eternal night here, a surprise came. Boom! An area was shattered by Yi Tian, and the breath of a mine caught Yi Tian's attention. This is the eternal night black mine that gave birth to the eternal night black water. Moreover, this vein is huge. It's just that the area where this vein is located is a bit special. He didn't sense it before, otherwise he would definitely find it. Yi Tian tore apart the vein and began to search for the black water of eternal night. Vein core. A drop of eternal night black water was found by Yi Tian. 63.07 drops of eternal night black water, big profit. Yi Tian put away the eternal night black water, and then directly practiced here to comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao. With so much eternal night black water, there is a high probability that my fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules can be raised to more than 20%. In the years that followed, Yi Tian continued to use the black water of eternal night to comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence, but he did not give up on continuing to search for the black water of eternal night. However, he did not find the evernight black water here. Forget it, finding so many eternal night black water is already a big profit. Yi Tian continued to refine the eternal night black water, and his cultivation strength gradually increased. Unknowingly, a long time has passed. This day, Yi Tian finished refining all the eternal night black water, and raised the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules to 26% realm, which is already very good. Like Su Territory Lord, he definitely didn't understand the fourth sequence of the Supreme Tao rules. After all, the opponent even has a preliminary understanding of the fifth sequence of Supreme Tao rules. Even if there is a way to erase the side effects of Yongye black water, it is impossible to use Yongye now. Black water must be saved for later use when attacking the fourth sequence of Supreme Rules. And that must be after a long time. This treasure land has been abandoned, it's time to leave. Yi Tian knew that there was no Supreme Tao realm guarded by the outside world, so he went out directly. Broken Shu River. Yi Tian came out from the crack, and prepared to return to Winter Night Fortress with the resources on his body. It is because of these resources that he is reluctant to let the duplicate body be annihilated. After another period of time, he successfully returned to the Winter Night Fortress, but encountered some Supreme Tao Void demons on the way, and slaughtered them casually. In the following years, Yi Tian practiced very calmly, mainly to improve his cultivation and cultivate the human race, so that the human race could give birth to more Supreme Tao realms, that's all. In this way, the 60,000 years of the Tao era have passed. Winter Night Stronghold Mansion. The aura on Yi Tian's body suddenly surged, and he began to swallow the energy around him. Various resources turned into dots and fell into his mouth one by one. They were devoured and refined by him, and turned into the nutrients needed for his body to break through. After a long time, his breathing became steady. Finally broke through to the 7th level to the late stage of Tao realm. It took too many resources. Yi Tian murmured. However, it will take longer for him to break through to the late stage of the 7th level Supreme Tao realm, perhaps hundreds of thousands of Supreme Tao era. Others are worried about the rules of the Supreme Way, because they can't understand the higher rules of the Supreme Way, so they can't break through. But when they come to me, they are hindered by their cultivation. Yi Tian said with a smile. If his cultivation reaches the 7th level to the peak of the Taoist realm, he can directly attack the 8th level to the Taoist realm. A strong man who walks the path of the strongest to the Tao only needs to comprehend the rules of the 5th sequence of the Supreme Tao to attack the 8th level of the ultimate Tao, and now he has comprehended the rules of the 4th sequence of the Supreme Way. Taoist environment. Supreme Void. A small auction was held, and many official members and deacons of the Congenital Origin Alliance came to participate. Yi Tian also came to see if there was anything good. Here, he met Su Ya, the master of the Su region, and the two greeted each other. At this time, Su Ya carefully looked at Yi Tian. Although it was the willpower that entered the Supreme Void, she could still see something. Su Ya found that Yi Tian's whole body seemed to be in a fog, and she couldn't see through it at all. Lord Yi Yu, have you comprehended the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao? Su Ya was surprised. It's just a fluke, Yi Tian admitted. I'm envious, Su Ya said. Although I also obtained the Eternal Night Black Water, and I also have ways to get rid of the side effects, but the 5th sequence of Supreme Rules has only comprehended 10% of the realm so far. Incomparably far away. As long as Su Territory Lord keeps practicing, he will definitely have the opportunity to comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao, and then he will be able to surpass the 9th level of Supreme Tao. Yi Tian said. Hope. Su Ya smiled. Soon, the two entered the auction site of the Supreme Void, and the two sat together. Master Yi, this auction is held by an Alliance Elder at 410, there may be some good things. Su Ya introduced. Which Alliance Elder? Yi Tian doesn't know much about the Elders of the Alliance, he has only met a few Elders of the Alliance, and he has only watched from a distance, and has not communicated face to face. It's the Alliance Elder Ji Yu Yang. This Alliance Elder is the most active among many Alliance Elders. Su Ya said. So this is Yi Tian has heard of Elder Ji Yu Yang, and his strength is not weak, probably in the middle ranks among the Elders of the Alliance. Although the auction is held by Elder Ji Yu Yang, Elder Ji Yu Yang will not personally supervise the auction, let alone appear in the auction, this can only be regarded as his property. After all, what is the identity of the Elder of the Alliance? The mere 9th layer to Tao realm is an ant in the eyes of others. Not long after, the auction started. Soon, one after another incomparably precious auction items were put on the stage and were bid by official members. The auction can only use Eternity Gold as currency. This thing is made of an extremely tough stone, Eternity Gold Stone, plus the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules. The Eternal Gold coin has always been revealed by the Alliance, is recognized as the only currency within the Congenital Origin Alliance. Moreover, the Eternal Supreme Gold Stone itself can be used to refine the 9-pattern Supreme Tao weapon, so this currency has a high value and is recognized by all official members.